Want to reach Night Talks Radio? That's easy. Simply dial 1-507-384-9390.
We're facing an unmitigated disaster at our southern border. Illegal immigration is the worst in our nation's history, and it's indefensible. All of us have been down to the southern border. I spend a lot of time on our southern border. John Cornyn and I together brought 19 senators down to the border to see firsthand. You cannot see what is happening there and defend it. One of my recent trips to the border, a reporter asked me, said, aren't the policies of Democrats more compassionate, more humane than you mean Republicans? And I just started laughing. I said, you know who doesn't believe that anymore? Democrats. Where's Joe Biden? Where's Kamala Harris? Where's even a single Democrat senator? Where's AOC? I assume she still has her white pantsuit. She just can't be bothered to cry in front of the Biden cages. Because with Trump no longer in the White House, suddenly the suffering of those kids doesn't matter. You cannot see what is happening and defend it. And by the way, the reason Biden doesn't go to the border, the reason Kamala Harris and other Democrats don't go to the border, because if they did, y'all would follow. The press would follow. And their only defense, they cannot defend what they're doing. Their only defense is to cover it up. Karine Jean-Pierre stands at the White House podium and says, people are not just walking across the border. It's not happening. There's a technical legal term for what that is. That's called bullshit. It is an utter and complete lie. It is a deliberate lie. It is a known lie. And she is lying on behalf of the President of the United States in the White House. Now, why does she lie? She lies because she counts on the press not to call her out. Was there a PolitiFact, a pants on fire done on that? No. I've invited the White House press secretary, come with me to the southern border any day and pick any hour of the day. We'll go out in 1 hour, and I guarantee you we will encounter group after group after group. You want to know how bad it is? We're now seeing Democrat mayors, Democrat governors, mayors like Eric Adams, the Democrat in New York, who says illegal immigration is destroying New York City. That's with 110,000 illegal immigrants in New York City. If 110,000 is destroying New York City, what in the hell do you think 7.6 million is doing to the state of Texas and the other states along our southern border? Now, these Democrats who are saying this, they can't quite muster up the strength to put the blame where it lies, which is at the feet of Democrats who are doing this deliberately. Instead, Mayor Adams blames, quote, that madman down in Texas, by which he means Greg Abbott. I have to admit, I was kind of offended he wasn't referring to me. But he blames Greg Abbott for putting a few thousand illegal immigrants on buses and sending them to New York City. The person who caused this crisis, his name is Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. His home address is 16 blocks away. And by the way, if Eric Adams wants some help fixing this problem, he can pick up the phone and call someone else named Charles Schumer. He's a New York resident. I believe he lives in Manhattan. If the mayor doesn't have his number, we can give him Chuck Schumer's cell phone. Because Chuck Schumer is responsible, in the words of the New York mayor, for destroying New York City. Look, some of y'all may have seen when Alejandro Mayorkas testified in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee. I asked him, I said, Mr. Secretary, how many migrants died last year crossing illegally? He said, I don't know, I have no idea. I said, of course you don't. The official numbers are 853, but you don't care about those dead bodies that appear in Texas every single day. I asked him how many children were brutalized by human traffickers. He said, I don't know. How many women were sexually assaulted? I don't know. How many people died of drug overdoses? As John Cornyn told you, it's more than 100,000. And you want to talk about something stunning? I put up a photograph with pictures of colored wristbands. I said, Mr. Secretary, what are these wristbands? And he said, I have no idea what they are. Now, look, any good lawyer will tell you you don't ask a question you don't know the answer to. That was one answer that left me flabbergasted. Because just about every single illegal immigrant who crosses the border wears one of those wristbands. They're color-coded for how many thousands of dollars they owe the cartels. And if you stand on the banks of the Rio Grande River, you see hundreds or thousands of these wristbands. They're just like this. These are the wristbands picked up from the banks of the Rio Grande River. And the little boys, the teenagers who come in who owe thousands of dollars to the cartels, they're sent to every city in America, and they're working for the cartels to pay off those thousands of dollars. They're committing crimes in Washington, D.C., and New York, in every city in America. And if they don't pay off the cartels, their families will be murdered. And as bad as the boys have it, the girls have it even worse. There are literally thousands upon thousands of girls trapped in sex slavery to pay off their debts to the cartels. When I look at these are modern-day leg irons. This is human slavery, and it is caused by the Democrats not giving a damn about the people being abused. And so I want to make a plea to the press. The reason the Democrats can do this, can look the other way, is because they're confident that the corporate media will not report on it, that they'll never have to answer questions about it. They'll never be confronted with the dead bodies, with the people being brutalized by these policies. So I want to make a plea to you. If you're not writing on it, if you're not running stories on it, if you're not telling what's happening, you are complicit in modern-day slavery. This is indefensible. It's evil.
We are gonna make boy band history tonight.
Bro,
You're making baby Branch nervous.
I feel like I'm gonna barf and pass out and...
Pee your pants all at once?
How'd you know?
Give it up for Rosa!
You suck! My exquisitely chiseled rock-hard abs and I quit.
Branch, we're out of sync. We've gone from boys to men, and now there's only one direction for us to go. The back streets.
Bye. See you later.
Branch,
What? Oh, hey.
are you all right? You're smiling and crying at the same time. It kind of looks like it's hurting your face.
It does hurt my face.
Oh, baby Branch! I'm John Dory, Branch's brother.
What?
Ow! Former brother.
Grandma, corn me, Dingle.
It's hard to say I'm sorry.
A brother is a friend who can never leave you. It's the strongest bond in the world. I would kill to have a sibling to sing with. Check out your old outfits. Puffy jackets, puka shell necklaces, denim tuxedos. Did you have frosted tips? Ah! Look at you. You were so cute. I love it.
It was an era!
Tragic. Branch, our brother is being held captive in a diamond prison.
And there's only one thing that's powerful enough to shatter Diamond.
The perfect family harmony. Should we be letting a baby drive? I have procured my learner's permit.
Who's a Dulcie McMahon face?
The better question is, are you a narc? Who goes there?
We're here looking for our brother.
Oh my gosh, hello! My name is Viva! It is so fantastic, amazing to see other trolls!
Did you just braid my hair?
You're welcome. It looks so good.
I love it.
Is your dad King Peppy?
Yeah?
Poppy, I'm your sister.
My what?
Hey man, am I the only one without a long-lost sibling?
This is your second chance with your brothers, Branch.
Biddy B, maybe a smaller diaper.
If this diaper was any smaller, I could taste it.
I know you think it's risky, and maybe it is, but it'll be worth it. Family's always worth it.
You're all I ever wanted.
I can't believe this is really happening!
You're all I ever needed.
We still got it.
Looks like your band days aren't behind you.
Just let me take you to a better place. I'm gonna make you kiss the sky tonight.
Work hard, get dough. I can't get no sleep, please make my life more simple. Miles inside these shoes so I don't stomp, I tiptoe. Fell 1,000 times and still I roll no limp though. But I wouldn't trade a thing for what I have. I go hard, do what I need to make it last. They say the good die young, I hope I'm back. Cheers to my past, I'm doing great now, just in case they ask. In the booth and I lay it down, I might take a nap. And they thought I was playing around, I was up like my tax. Living fast, over limit on the freeway, hope no cops pass. Had to dip out for a minute, yeah that's my bad. But I can't stay for too long, I gotta go, I gotta go. I grab my bag and hit the dash, yeah adios. I drop the clutch and slam the gas, and it's vamonos. If you're not first and you're in last, Ricky Bobby quote, you gotta know. Work hard, get dough.
Streaming to you live from Spreaker.com and somewhere deep in the great upper Midwest. If you're ready for a ride, you can call NTR anytime by dialing the nationwide caller line at 1-507-384-9390. First-time callers can reach Night Talks Radio at 1-507-307-4424. Text Daniel and NTR exclusively at 1-218-689-7126. Now, from somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's your hosts, Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
Work hard, get dough. I can't get no sleep, please make my life more simple. Miles inside these shoes so I don't stomp, I tiptoe. Fell 1,000 times and still I roll no limp though. But I wouldn't trade a thing for what I had.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so glad to finally be back. Jen, how do you feel about this?
Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, we've been through a lot, actually.
Been through a lot. I mean, it's literally been, what, like 4, 5, 6, 7 months since we did the last show?
No, I mean, it was on my birthday, you know, and then we came back for a little while, probably about 3 weeks ago.
Little while. We did one show.
Yeah, but
and then we lied. We lied to the audience again. We were like, oh, yeah.
Well,
we'll be back tomorrow.
I'm still having a hard time with my dad passing, so.
No, yeah, on a serious note, yeah, that was a bad situation, obviously. And that's obviously something that you don't get over quickly. You know, it's not like you stub your toe and it's, you know, it's going to heal in a couple weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So, but...
and then it's your mom, you know, all the news we had about your mom, you know, and unfortunately her going into a center now, so yeah.
Well, yeah, a sort of nursing facility.
Right.
Near the place that she actually worked herself.
Yeah.
As a nurse in downtown, downriver Michigan.
Right. Well, of course she doesn't
Detroit.
like it there neither, but, you know, who does, you know, want to be taken away from their home after being there for so long, you know?
Well, absolutely, I agree with you on that, but especially with my mother. She is one of those type of people that absolutely despise having to, number one, do what others tell her to do.
Right.
Okay. She also hates being, because she has to do exercises and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yep.
She has to be active. She has to get up. She doesn't like physical touch in that regard.
Right.
Okay, she doesn't like somebody grabbing her like, hey, you know, let's get up and do some
she's been through a lot.
This and that.
So I can see that, yeah.
You know, she's never been that way.
Right.
You know,
yep.
And obviously with age, you know, things like that get a little bit more intense, those type of feelings. But,
yep.
You know, it's upsetting to me because like I said, I know what my mother is feeling.
Right.
Okay, and what she's going through.
Right.
And how badly she dislikes what is happening.
Yeah.
This whole entire scenario situation.
Yeah, it's just it's so hard that we can't be there for her. We can't physically get
for
there
me,
right now because of the means that we are at right now.
For me, it's beyond words. I can't possibly describe how I feel about the situation.
No.
And you know, the past couple of weeks alone, I've probably done a really, really good job of keeping it inside.
No, it's had a big toll on you. I can tell, you know, and stuff. And I think that's how you got sick, you know, is that all the anxiety and stress and depression just kind of got away with you, you know, and took toll over your body.
Yeah, without question. I agree with that.
Yep.
I've been one to, you know, hold stress and anxiety in as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And with this situation, which has really been going on for about 2 months.
It has, but I mean, her being in placement now,
yes,
that was new.
Yeah, and like I said, it's not even that. It's just the fact that the extremely bad, the bad things that happened.
Yeah, it's like
it's been about 2.5 months,
it's been about 3 months of bad news for us.
Yeah,
left and right.
Yeah, and it's been weighing on me, and you know, I pride myself on being able to talk to people, see what they're going through,
right?
Problems that they might have. I pride myself on fixing them.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
I think I have a really good ability at fixing people.
Yeah.
Okay? No matter what the problem is.
You worry more about other people than yourself, and that's kind of where you
and
fall flat on, because you need to worry about yourself too. because you are going through the same situation as everyone else.
Right. I mean, I do understand that.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter, though, is, going back to the fact that I keep things inside, and that I can figure others out, but I can't figure myself out.
Right.
Okay, which is obviously a big deal, causes stress and anxiety.
Oh yeah.
But I've been through a lot in life. Okay, I mean, I've been through a fucking lot.
I know,
Holy
but
shit.
I mean, keeping
like
things
I could
built
write
up,
a book. You know what I mean?
But keeping things built up inside, that was one of the mistakes that I used to do in life, and then I realized that you can't do that. After me going through multiple times of therapy through many different psychologists and psychiatrists, I realized that you cannot keep things bottled up inside because it just gets worse, and
Right.
it actually your body can't take a toll on it anymore, and it will have a big, huge toll on everything, and you will basically fall apart.
I mean,
health-wise, mentally, physically, everything.
I absolutely agree.
Yep.
I fully agree with what you're saying. It's not like I want to do that.
No.
Okay.
No.
But you know damn well, more than anybody else, that I'm the type of person that I absolutely rather not show my soft underbelly, so to speak.
Well, that's why
Okay?
I write.
Regardless
That's
of
why
what
I
it may
write.
be.
I write poems. Sometimes I write down stories. Whatever. I put my feelings down into paper of how I'm feeling and what's
Yes.
going
Yes,
on
you
in
do.
my mind and things like that.
And that's something that maybe I should learn, or I should channel my anxiety and stress into doing something else.
Yeah.
Like, for example, it helps me coming on here, doing this show, and essentially bitching to everybody else in the world about all my problems. And then when I'm done with the show, I'm like, you know what? I kind of fucking feel better. And so but. Back to being serious here. I think the situation with my mother,
Yes.
has and is affecting me more than I thought.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, leaps and bounds past what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it like this, but my mother hasn't passed.
No.
Okay.
No.
And I'm feeling this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so, I can't honestly sit here and tell you how I'm going to react when that nightmarish day does come. Okay? And, I'm trying to take it day by day.
Yeah.
I'm slowly trying to think about it.
Right.
How I'm going to handle it. The things that I'm going to want to say.
You can't prepare yourself to something like that. Though.
Right, and yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
you're
you
never
cannot be
prepared.
100% prepared for
No.
something like this, okay?
No.
Especially somebody that is going through something like this for the very first time.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, of course, I've experienced death. Okay.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Past friends, even family members, of course.
Right.
But in the big scheme of things, there's nobody bigger than your mother or your father.
Yeah.
Okay. You can even throw grandparents in there.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put it. I guess you could say that I've been blessed that I haven't experienced that yet in my lifetime. But now here it is. Here it is. It's like that knock on the door that you didn't want coming.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. And I think when you went through what happened with your father, even though my main concern was you, it's all I cared about, in the back of my head, I began preparing myself then.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it was my concern with you, and which caused stress in me, anxiety, but then also knowing that, time doesn't care, time doesn't stop.
No.
They say time fixes things, You know, not in these situations.
No.
See, that's what they don't really tend to teach you, is that, yeah, sure, time fixes things, but there's occasions where time hurts things.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And regardless, you end up finding yourself not having enough time in the entire fucking world to say what you want to say and do what you want to do.
Right.
And, you know, of course, I'm smart enough to understand that that's life.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Right.
You know, I can't sit here
and dwell on
and
it
cry
either.
and
Right.
dwell about it 24/7, because then my own life is going to go to shit. And that's something that, for instance, like my mother would hate to see.
Right. Exactly.
And not want to know that.
Yep.
And that goes for your father as well.
Yeah.
You know, he wouldn't want to see you upset. He would want you to celebrate.
Yeah.
Okay? And we had already brought this up. He'd want to see you celebrating.
Yeah.
You know, God forbid if I died, you know, I wouldn't want to see you, sad.
Right.
You know, upset, this and that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
so
But it's all human nature, you know, and stuff.
It is human nature. It is, you know.
How a person
you can control it
expresses
to a
how
certain
they
point.
feel, too, you know.
You can control it to a certain point, but I totally understand what you're saying. And,
right.
And one last thing about that whole situation with my mother. Yeah, you have been a privy to watching me, and yeah, I'm sure you've seen some changes. I've recently started to see some changes. And, yes, I did get horribly fucking sick with some frickin' whatever the fuck that was, by the way.
Or something.
That you are just getting over, by the way.
Right.
I've been over it now for about 2 days. And whatever it was, apparently Satan came up and delivered it to us, because that was the worst fucking thing I think that I've gone through.
I don't know.
And
it was like our tongues were swollen. It felt like there was like clammy stuff on the back of our tongues, and
it wasn't even clammy. It was like you ever go freshwater fishing? You know?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, like the slime on the fucking fish.
Yeah.
They tend to have. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I had on my fucking tongue.
Yeah, it was weird. It was really weird.
Yeah, and no matter what I did, I mean, I was taking a fucking knife out of the kitchen, like a butter knife, and I was fucking just trying to get it off
I was
my
doing
tongue.
that with the back of the toothbrush. So.
Yeah, and
yeah.
I shit you not, it was gone, and I was like, oh, yippee yay! 2 seconds later, it appeared again.
Yeah, and it feels like you're like you can't swallow or anything like
swallow.
that. It feels just weird.
It felt as if, say, like you were dehydrated.
Yeah.
Okay. And
yeah, exactly.
You
had
anything
dry
to drink
mouth,
for a while.
really, really bad.
Your dry mouth. It was right here.
Yeah,
right
by your
here,
cheeks. Yeah, right in the middle.
The bottoms of your teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a super bubbly to the point where I couldn't talk because I just started bubble, and these bubbles were coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like I was in some sort of weird fucked up Jim Carrey movie. You know what I mean? And I really, like I said, I pride myself on figuring out problems, right?
Yeah, I don't know what.
Here
the
you
heck
go
it was.
again, Dan. I don't know what in the fuck hit me. But Saturday,
some kind of virus.
Obviously, on Saturday
infection.
though was the peak for me. Saturday and Sunday. Saturday night, I know you were around, and it was probably horrible for you. I apologize for it, but I was projectile vomiting.
Yeah.
It was like the fucking Exorcist. Okay, and usually, you know, in the past. You know, when you think you're gonna throw up, you can stop it. You know, okay, I gotta get to a toilet, or a fucking sink, or whatever. You know, but this time, I couldn't. There was no. It was as long as I could hold my mouth shut.
Yeah,
that was about it.
Yeah,
and when I got back, I pushed through you in the bathroom. You know, like a football player, get into the toilet, and it was just red.
Yeah.
And I think every ounce of liquid came out of my body at that toilet, you know. And that hasn't happened to me in a long time. No. I don't know what in God's name that was. That was insane. But I'm about 95% right now. Okay. Yeah. I'll probably be 100 tomorrow. But that thing stuck with me for a good week and maybe
and a
one
half.
day.
Week and a half or so.
And I think for you, I think you'll fully be done and over with, as far as that virus goes, within the next day and a half.
Oh, I hope so.
Because when it starts to go, I noticed,
Yeah.
It goes quick.
Yeah.
It goes quick. You'll think like,
well, right now
I'm starting
it's
to feel better.
Right now, it's like I got the, the stuff in my throat is able to come up and everything like that. But now it's like it's into my nose.
Yeah, that's kind of where it's at for me.
And this morning when I woke up, it was like pressure in my nose, like a sinus infection
But
type
you couldn't
thing.
blow it.
So it's like it's coming out,
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Well, for me, I couldn't blow it. It was just constant dryness.
Yeah.
Even though it felt like it was stuffed up and I needed to get something out. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, and then my ears were clogged up. I couldn't fucking hear.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that was fun. And then, of course, the tension pains that I had in my upper back,
way in your back,
mid-back, and my neck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, I think Tuesday or Wednesday, I thought, fuck, man, this is it, man. I'm done. I didn't bother writing nobody, communicating with anybody. I was just like, you know what? I hope they missed me. I was done. I was good. I thought I was dying. I mean, bottom line, when I went to my doctor on Wednesday,
Kimmy
he kind of laughed it off. He was like, "You're just stressed out, and you probably got a cold." And I'm like, "No, man, this is." I got some new super fucking COVID, man, that they've been warning me about, and I haven't been listening to them, and I've been doing a fucking show, fucking making fun of it, and now I got fucking COVID. What the fuck am I gonna do? Give me a shot right now. 5 of them and a booster.
And Kimmy got so worried about us that she messaged me today wondering,
did she?
Messaged me either today or yesterday, I can't remember, wondering how we were doing and everything like that because she hadn't heard from us. So thank you, Kimmy, for being concerned. We've just been kind of fighting the sickness
Dan ended
over
up
here.
losing his arm and fucking.
Well, last time I talked to her about my thyroid, and stuff, and it turned out that my thyroid is good.
Oh, you didn't even mention. Kimmy doesn't even know.
Doctor says the thyroid is good. I do have to get that ultrasound done, though, but all the thyroid tests are fine. That's for my thyroid, too, to make sure there's no nodules or anything like that.
This doctor believes that everything's A-okay.
Yeah, he believes everything's good.
And he's quite thorough.
Yeah.
According to what you had to say. I get to see him on Monday.
Yeah.
His name's Dr. Ben. Hey, Ben, what's going on, pal?
Yep.
From the Philippines.
Right.
Is that correct? Okay.
I think so. Yeah,
but,
I think it is.
Yeah, so thank God, the bottom line, we are on the path to healthiness.
Mending ourselves, yes.
So, yeah, because a couple days ago, I thought it was I was going to do a goodbye show.
Goodbye show.
Something like that. With you while you were sleeping, I was just going to come on, give my wishes about things.
Yeah.
Sort of like a radio broadcast will.
Oh, Jesus.
So. But, yeah, everything's good with that. And so that was a little bit of a cause on why we weren't on the air. Because, of course, Season 6 has started, and it started nearly a month ago.
Yeah.
And we got 1 episode out, and that's kind of when these random sicknesses started.
Right.
Obviously not as dramatic and drastic as what took place the past week and a half here, but if you recall, right after that first show, remember I got super dehydrated.
Yep.
Okay. Because I was getting off a neuropathy medication.
Yep.
Which just bent me over and shoved a steel rod right up my ass. And it was nightmarish. I had to pound liquid like a son of a bitch. They had to put me on other medication to get over the nausea and all that jive.
Yep, and then I had...
horrible.
I had the coughing attacks like crazy.
Coughing attacks.
And then the anxiety and stuff from my dad, so...
Yeah,
still trying to get over that, and...
Yeah.
So that's why I went in to see about my thyroid, because my coughing attacks were so bad, and my what was it, heartburn. I got heartburn back really bad again, too.
Yeah.
So.
And we thought it was, both of us, both me and you, just thought it was so bad But then now that you've seen Dr. Ben, and I've seen doctors, and we've kind of figured things out, you almost want to look back and kind of giggle a little bit because of how worried we were, especially me. I thought I was done.
It's the thing is that we were so fatigued, and we still are kind of fatigued, and everything.
Right.
I mean, we slept for like that 12, 14 hours straight that one day.
Oh, God.
Even
I think it was a day or
Kinsey
two.
did, so it's like we all needed it or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's... I think sleep and stress and anxiety, without question, had a great majority of what was going around. The sickness may have been caused by that, because that will happen.
Possibly,
when you're not sleeping for days.
Right.
Okay, and mix that in with other miscellaneous things, anxiety, stress, and things that happen in your daily life. Yeah, absolutely. That can make you feel like you're dying. And that's exactly what Dr. Ryan has stated. A few other people I've spoken to, they said, oh yeah, stress and anxiety, you don't fuck around with that shit.
Yeah.
You need to get medicine for that, or find a way to fucking, get to a Buddhist fucking temple or some shit, because you gotta learn how to not be fucking stressed out.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
So,
easier said than done in the world today,
Yeah, I mean, it really is. And of course, later on in the show, we're gonna get to the fucking world that we live in, and the reason why we have so much stress and anxiety.
Right, but that actually is gonna bring me up to what my poem is all about.
You know what? We've had our opening, our Tonight Show opening monologue. Let's move on to the real stuff. The people have been waiting, especially India, by the way.
Yeah.
Check of the top listening groups across the world, which we have plenty.
Yep.
But India is leading. Number 2, the United States, who we have a ton of listeners, but they're leading the United States at number 1 by more than 33%. There's over 700,000 listeners in India.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
Let me go ahead and repeat that there. 700,000 listeners in India, 33% more than the United States, who we have a hefty listenership in.
India likes us.
And including Canada. But no, India fucking loves us.
Yeah.
If we were to go to India right now, I mean, I'd imagine it would be nothing but autographs, like free money, cars, homes, possibly... like a position in the higher up government.
Maybe they put down the red carpet for us, huh?
Daniel the Brewer, Jennifer Gregerson here, United States NTRN, I think I could see them right now on some of the streets, at nighttime. They have wonderful food vendors and this and that at night, on the main streets, and I could see every one of them with like a hanging radio, a stereo radio, just blasting nothing but NTRN.
Probably.
I mean, and we're talking going back to when we first started to now, just mixing it up. They got like a mixtape.
Yeah.
Okay, that just lasts like all night and all day, and they just keep repeating it.
Right.
And just tons of people just gathering up, like, giggling and laughing and like, man, I wish we could fucking be them and blah, blah, blah. That is how the statistics that I'm looking at are making me think. Is that weird? Is that like egotistical or not? I mean,
no. I mean, it's just
there's so many people that so you got essentially the Middle East,
right.
Around India, you got China far off to the other side. You can now see a perfect outline of the Indian border.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people listening.
Right.
Okay. So now you can actually just look and you go, oh, that's India. Like, all of India is listening to us.
Yeah.
There may be one, like, small, little village that might not have electricity or radio yet. but that's, like, the only reason.
Right.
So, big shout out to India.
Yes. Thank you, India.
All right, go ahead. You got some poems or what?
I do have one poem, actually. This poem I wrote because you ever feel like you're kind of trapped and you want to go into your own special place to
Never.
get away from everything, especially everything that's going on in the world today?
Absolutely not. I face my problems head on.
Yeah, right. Well, you probably do, actually.
If you want to talk seriously, absolutely I don't.
Yeah. Well, you know, my grandmother's place growing up, the old farm was the place that I felt really safe at. So this is where the poem comes in. It's called The Crooked Old House.
The Crooked Old House.
Yes, and I'm calling it Crooked Old House because it was an old house and it was kind of crookedly on one side. So that's where I get the Crooked Old House.
Crookedly. Is that is that a real word?
In my vocabulary,
Our landlord is crookedly.
So the Crooked Old House is my favorite place to be. It's a place where I can be free. A place full of land where you can run and play through the fields of all the flowers, through the sunflowers of tomorrow. To a place where you can be safe and there will be no longer sorrow. This crooked old place is not like the world today, where hate, crime, drugs, and pain won't go away. It's not a place where your rights and feelings don't matter, or where you can get in trouble just for praying. The government cannot affect the way you learn. Plus, you don't have to worry about them being in your life everywhere you turn. You can live off the land, and you can even take a stand against the left and the woke. A stand against the theft on the Americans and the fact that all these new laws in place and transgender is a joke. The old crooked house is a place where you can put everything behind you and let your childhood shine. A quiet place where you don't have to face all that race. It's a place where you can be yourself, be taught and shown nothing but love. Where you live how you want to and don't have to answer to anyone. A place where every day is beautiful and you don't have to worry about stress getting in the way. All you have to do is have fun and welcome the sunny days.
Hey, kick ass.
So there you go.
Kick ass. It sounds like a wonderful place.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good poem, you know. I mean, I always feel safe at my grandmother's house. I mean, I'm sure everyone always felt safe at their grandmother's house, you know. Why not?
Speaking of safe.
You go to grandma's house and what do they have? They have cookies and cake, or they teach you how to bake or something like that. It's always fun going to grandmother's house.
Essentially, everything that's going to kill you later in life. But at the time, you're like, yeah, thanks, Grandma.
Right?
No, speaking of safe places and things
yes.
like that. So, okay, minus, your grandmother's house.
Yes.
Okay. What do you consider a safe place nowadays?
Nowadays?
Okay? Yeah. Just out of curiosity, I'm wondering about that.
A safe place.
Where would you go to feel absolutely safe from, say, things happening in the world? Basically everything you spoke about.
Well, I think my home would make me safe.
And so here.
Yeah, where my family is.
With your family, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's funny because McKinsey earlier today said it doesn't matter where we're at as long as our family is together because that is home.
Huh? There you go.
I mean, that was her own words, by the way. I said nothing. I was watching cricket, by the way. Big shout out cricket to India, okay? India right now is, they are in the mix to win the Cricket World Cup.
Oh, there you go.
Big shout out, big plug for Team India. Okay, anyway, yeah, she said that on her own.
Oh, wow.
Like, I didn't say anything that had to do with any of that.
Yeah.
And she just, basically, she was looking out the window, and that's what she said. And it blew my mind. I was like, wow. I mean, you know, that's, like, absolutely correct.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Like if this was a class, like, you get an A.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
So,
I mean, I would
she
say
is
that.
Not,
yeah.
You know, anybody that thinks they're dealing with a 5-year-old, I mean, you're really fucking mistaken because in actuality, you're dealing with like a 32-year-old that has like multiple doctorates from fucking, Princeton or whatever. I don't even know. But she's just beyond fucking smart. And sometimes it blows me away.
Says, I know.
You ever find yourself as a parent or an adult, speaking to your child, specifically, we're going to talk about Mackenzie here, more and more I start to feel like, what'd you say? And you find yourself in an actual serious conversation.
Right.
That one would think that you're actually talking to an adult.
Yeah.
But no, you're talking to a 5-year-old, and they're talking back to you like they're an adult, and you're having a conversation with them like they're an adult, and it takes a good 5-10 seconds before you go, wait a second, you're 5 years old.
Yeah, well, like the other day, I was sitting
mean?
down right next to her and asked her, so Mackenzie, what you been doing today? She goes, no, Mom, I don't want to talk about that. She goes, I want a serious conversation with you.
Like,
I'm like, what?
What'd you say?
So,
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Is this just how we're getting too old, and this is how kids are nowadays?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or, I mean, is she just, like, super advanced? You know what I mean?
She catches on to things so
like a fucking
quick.
Doogie Howser of everything.
So quick catches on to them.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm super proud about it.
Yeah.
It makes me super, super happy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, sometimes I find myself in, get pulled in with some serious
always,
conversation.
Always questions. She always has questions. Whenever you're reading her
Knowledge.
a book, she wants to know what this word means or why they said this.
Oh, yeah.
And, I'm
it's
like,
not your
wow.
typical why, or because this
No.
and that, what. It is legit questions.
Yeah.
Some of which even baffle me.
Yeah.
I don't have answers for it.
Right.
And when that happens, I'm just like, well, you go to your mother, she knows.
Oh, okay,
So.
there you go, yeah.
Anyhow.
All right, well,
we got about
let's
10
talk
minutes
a little
left.
bit
What else
about
you got?
the night sky. So tonight...
Talking about the night sky? Is that what you're saying?
After
What's going
after
on?
dusk, of course, here tonight, especially around 11:30 tonight,
11:30 tonight.
Well, Saturday night, actually, but into early Sunday morning, okay? I'm going to say right now.
Okay, so you're at the tail end then.
Yep.
Depending on how far
it's
Sunday
going
morning.
to be the peak of the Orinids.
Orinids?
Orinids or Orionids?
Orionids. I was gonna say,
Orionids.
what, is that something new?
No, the Orionids. And the
Orionids.
Orionids meteor shower is that meteor
Where does that come
shower
from?
that comes from the Halley's Comet.
Debris from
The
Halley's
debris from the
Comet, which
Halley's
is getting-
Comet, from the tail.
Yeah, from the tail, which, by the way, is getting closer and closer and closer.
Yep, well, it's
and
supposed
shall,
to peak.
make a pass and be visible in the sky in 2062.
Yeah, it's supposed to peak before dawn on Sunday morning. So you should maybe see some...
Well, then technically right now you should still be able to see it. Of course, if it's not, cloudy outside.
Right,
I don't know what
right.
it's like right now, but anywhere in the United States, I do believe. So.
Right. Also, tomorrow night, the first quarter moon will pass through the constellation Copernicus.
Copernicus.
So, yes.
Constellation Colin Kaepernick. So get rid of that constellation.
Oh, that's so funny.
What else you got going?
Let's see, what else? How much time we got left?
Ooh, we now have 8 minutes.
Okay, all right. So, another strange radio signal is detected, and it actually is reported to be nearly 8 billion years old.
8 billion years old.
Yes.
So basically what we're seeing, or what's, if it was being communicated to us in some sort of way, shape, or fashion, it's 8 fucking million years old.
Yep.
Which
so
means that we've probably missed a thing or two.
so the burst was named FRB 20220610A.
Hold on, let me write this down.
It lasted less than a millisecond, but in that fraction of a moment, it released the equivalent of our sun's energetic emissions over the course of 30 years.
Now, do you think this is a method?
The study was published Thursday in the journal Science.
Okay.
So a method of what? Communication?
First question, do you think this is, a method of communication of some sort?
I do.
That's the first question.
I believe so.
You believe that it is a method of some sort?
Yes.
Okay. Number 2, do you, so then I would assume that you don't think that maybe this was an attempt at some faraway kill shot by another civilization that, for whatever reason, thought perhaps we were bad.
No.
Or saw things, obviously, 8 million years ago that they disliked, and essentially pulled a kill shot in attempts to take the planet out.
No, I think it is actually a message.
And what would that message say, Jennifer?
I don't know what that message would say exactly, you know. Maybe they are saying that they found civilization, or maybe they're saying that they need help, or maybe they're saying that, their locations of where they're at, you know.
Like, we know in 8 million years, NSYNC's got a new song coming out.
Yeah.
We
don't know for sure, you know, and I think that's why, honestly, these quantum physics computers that are actually being made right now, I think later on are going to be used in the big space program, and maybe they can be deciphered. These messages can be deciphered through the quantum physics computer. That's what I think.
How quick did you say that the blast was? How long did it last?
So it's less than a millisecond.
So, I mean, you're talking, a blink.
It lasted less than a millisecond.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very quick.
Do we know the distance? I mean, I'm sure we could calculate it knowing that it was 8 million years ago. But do we know right off bat the approximate distance this was from? Or what direction?
So the team
exactly?
traced the burst to what appears to be a group of 2 or 3 galaxies that are in the process of merging. They're interacting and forming new stars. So they think that their theory is that they suggest that these fast radio bursts may come from magnetars.
Magnetars, okay.
So that's what their theory is.
There's been quite a few theories about magnetars and neutron stars and things like that. Producing these things, at least giving like a 90% satisfactory answer for some scientists.
Right,
and astrologists.
They say that the radio telescopes have helped astronomers trace these quick cosmic flashes, including the ASKAP array of the radio telescopes. They detected, with the array back in June of 2022 to determine where it was originally originated, and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming with this, because it's so fast, they're still kind of investigating a little bit more into it to find out exactly where it's located. So that's what I'm thinking anyway. Because normally, the last ones that they had recorded, they lasted a little bit more than just a millisecond.
Yeah, not by much.
No, but they lasted a little bit
lately,
more, so therefore they were
longer.
able to maybe get more information.
I believe, though, and I believe those are much closer, as a matter of fact, too.
Yeah.
But, wouldn't you think that if somebody was trying to communicate with us, that it would be something a bit more easier to figure out or decipher?
Yeah, but we don't know what it was like in 800 billion years ago.
Well, 8 billion years ago. But,
8 billion years ago.
But even so.
We still don't know what it was like.
But even so, just think about it, though. Even if it was back then, versus now or recently, even in the future, a couple of years, you're talking about a blink of an eye.
Right.
A radio blast.
Yeah.
What are you going to possibly decipher out of that? I suppose you could attempt to decipher out of that, but it wouldn't be an easy process.
No.
You know what I mean?
No. But maybe they thought that,
This is something you have to devote yourself to.
Maybe they thought that
you're going to be turning into Judy Foster.
Maybe they thought it was going to travel faster,
Right, true, yeah. That's a huge distance, though. Yeah. And if they had the capability to do so, then they should probably know that that distance is going to break down their message and won't be received by who they're attempting to send it to. So say if they were trying to send it there, they would probably know that, hey, our civilization or whoever we are, our planet, our galaxy, is probably going to be long fucking gone.
Well, could it be that maybe they might have sent it out to the nearby planet, right next to them, and it bounced off one of the rocks and went in our direction too? We don't know.
I mean,
we don't know how space was back then.
I'll give you that. I mean, I'll give you, there could have been multiple possibilities.
Exactly.
But I will also say in the same sentence that those possibilities were kind of minuscule.
Yeah.
But I just think if I was going to communicate with somebody else, first off...
And maybe they were more intelligent than us back then. We don't know.
Again, if they were more intelligent... okay, you would have to break that down into two categories. If they were more intelligent, I suppose it wouldn't be beyond them. I guess you could call it ego, maybe, to think that perhaps somebody out there, or them figuring out about us, planet Earth, Terra, that maybe we know this advanced style of language and radio bursts and whatever have you, and that maybe they thought, they know how to decipher that. Okay? You take it and you do whatever you have to do. You decipher the language or the schematics or whatever have you, and boom, within a day or something like that. Maybe their ego was running the show, and they thought that we can't be possibly talking to somebody that's, miles below us, intelligence-wise, knowledge-wise.
Who knows?
Or, the other option is that perhaps a message was being sent, but the problem is that wherever they're at, and I touched on this before, is that they're not going to be there anymore. So regardless, whether we are able to decipher immediately or a little bit down the road, regardless of what it says.
But of course, it could be knowledge for us in the future of what's to come.
Now, now that's where you start.
We don't know
to me,
that
starts to turn into the Hollywood scenario.
No, but I'm just saying that, okay, so they could have told us that, okay, so they lived...
Holy shit, we're at a minute! Or a fucking hour.
They
oh my God.
They lived and survived on Venus, but there was a big, huge, galaxy storm that came and was wiping them away, but they found out with the research that this storm comes many million years... around or something like that.
Are you saying that they were near Venus?
That they were living on Venus, we don't know.
And then they decided to go fucking 8 million...
No. Let's just say they were living on Venus, or they were living on another planet, okay? And that planet was devastated by a storm coming, and they had, done research on this storm and found out that it comes around so many million years or whatever, and they were trying to decipher that, send that back out to us for the future. You never know.
I guess.
You never know.
It kind of sounds like that kind of sounds like the douchebag. Douchebag buddy that's like, hey man, I'll be right back. And ends up going to like fucking Afghanistan. You know what I mean? Alright, folks. We are having a ball, but we gotta get out of here, take a break. We'll be right back. This is NTRN.
I like what I like, me, I know my rights is sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night, I do what I like, get a check, I go for the ride. I've been down the ride for the win, still move on the hush. Never run for none, I face my fears, I just drop a 9 month to month, still from year to year. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah.
Hey,
What's up, everybody? This is Chris from the White House, and you're listening to NTRN, the fastest growing all-topic conservative broadcast in the great upper Midwest, as well as the Great Lakes region. Stay dialed in. More NTRN is just ahead.
As the tributes prepare to enter the arena, the tension in the air is palpable. Who among them will have what it takes to survive?
I'm Lucky Flickerman, first ever host of the Hunger Games.
Run.
Enjoy the show.
There has been a change this year. As a mentor, Mr. Snow, your role is to turn these children into spectacles, not survivors.
From District 12, Lucy Gray Bear.
What does my mentor do besides bring me roses?
I do my best to take care of
You hear that, boy? It's the sound of snow falling.
It's not just about winning.
Everything is about winning.
We're monsters! All of you!
You really want to take care of me in that arena? Start by thinking I can actually win.
Where did all the times go? When did they all pass by? How did I get so lost in a blink of an eye gone? You were just here by my side, everything was nice. Now I'm taking it's all over now. Damn, I gotta move on, away from my comfort zone. Yeah, I gotta stay strong, even if my wounds open and show. Yeah, I gotta live on for the present. Know that everything will be okay, just fine. Everything will be alright, right? No, I can't take this pill, not any longer. Yeah, I'm just acting tough, I'm nowhere strong enough. When I see a smile, that's just some torture. Every time I think about you, girl, the pain is absolute. 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 The pain is absolute.
Streaming to you live from Spreaker.com and somewhere deep in the great upper Midwest. If you're ready for a ride, you can call NTR anytime by dialing the nationwide caller line at 1-507-384-9390. First-time callers can reach Night Talks Radio at 1-507-307-4424. Text Daniel and NTR exclusively at 1-218-689-7126. Now, from somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's your hosts, Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
Live on for the present. Know that everything will be okay, just fine. Everything will be alright, right? I can't take this pill, not any longer.
Saturday night
I'm nowhere strong.
from the great upper Midwest. This is your host, Daniel Brewer. Alongside me, as always, the wonderful, the beautiful Jennifer Gregerson. Jennifer, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. I hear that you have something coming up that we've all been missing.
Oh, yes. Astronomical insights. First, I have astronomical news. We actually started a little bit of it before we, when we went on break, and stuff. We were actually kind of debating it.
You kicked it off.
We were kind of debating a little bit on that, and the radio burst.
The beginning of the second hour, we are now receiving your kickoff, and we're going to run with it now.
Yes. So, NASA aims UC Berkeley to build a $2 billion space center in Silicon Valley.
I would just like to say that I only need $1,000 for rent.
So the new hub has been more than 20 years in the making. Like I said, it's going to cost $2 billion. According to NASA's mission, it's a twofold. It's inspiring the next generation of explorers, and basically it's bringing in a range of space, robotics, and planetary science to automated aviation.
Oh, cool.
Is what it will bring.
That's exactly what I would do with that money.
The construction could begin as soon as 2026. And pending the successful completion of environmental review, the University of California intends to occupy close to 10% of the new center's estimated 1.4 million square feet of office space and R&D facilities.
And I'm sorry, where is that being constructed again or done?
Silicon Valley.
So that's California, obviously.
Yep.
Okay, so... boy, I bet the Mexicans are happy.
Yeah, maybe they're going to get some jobs.
Actually, the organization is happy because they're like, hey, wow, we're going to be able to only spend 65 cents an hour to get this done. So,
right.
Hey, saving money. Good times.
Yeah, I would say so. So there you go on that
I think,
one.
let's see, in California, I'm pretty sure there's probably about, 20 million fucking illegal immigrants?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
So thanks, Biden.
India launches its test flight for the future Gaganyaan.
Whoa.
Okay.
When the lines go up next show, you might have some phone calls.
Gaganyaan astronaut mission is what it is. Seriously, you try and pronounce that, okay? So they took the big step towards its first ever astronaut mission, okay? Early Saturday morning, so yesterday, okay, the nation conducted an uncrewed test of the emergency escape system of its new crew capsule, showing that the vehicle can jet away from its rocket with no problem.
Well,
the trial.
That's an advancement.
Okay, so this is a crucial capability for the spacecraft. All right, it's scheduled to carry astronauts for the first time in 2024.
Okay.
To the Earth's orbit. Okay, so it will orbit Earth. Orbit Earth. Excuse me.
The planet Earth.
The trial, known as TVD-1, sent an unpressurized test version of the Ganga, that's what I'm going to call it, okay? Crew
I'm just going to make up my own
and
news.
its attached crew escape system aloft at 12:30 a.m., okay? From the Satish Dhawan Space Center, okay? So it was successful.
Yes.
And now the next step is basically the test flight is accomplished. So the crew escape system performed as intended. So I suppose there's a few more tests to be done. But in 2024, it looks like India is launching its first flight for the future.
Sweet. I mean, I'm super proud.
Congratulations,
That's super exciting.
India.
Yeah, absolutely. Big clap. I just hope that we're all still here.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, the only shitty part for India is that they're like right over in the mix of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad being in the United States, but it's like, fuck, if you're in India, you're like, son of a
But,
bitch.
they've already been doing pretty good. They did that probe to, the moon and everything like that, and they discovered, possibly, what was it?
Very smart. Going to the pole.
Yeah, they did the dark side of the moon or whatever, and they
discovered
what they think is, water soluble or something like that. For fuel, basically.
They didn't. Okay, they didn't. I'm not going to come out and say they discovered water because they didn't.
It's a water
possibility.
It's a soluble.
Okay, yeah. Essentially, the bottom line here is what I'm trying to say. The black and white is the possibility of liquid water at the poles, and specifically where they went, is great. No, dark side of the moon you're talking about, that is China, who ended up going to the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, China was
making their way towards the poles, but as of right now, if you were, staking a claim, India has that on lock right now.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
And, of course, throughout the weeks and months, this was something that we were going to discuss, actually, a few shows back. I think we started to slightly, but as you all know, water, I mean, just the bare basics of it, water makes rocket fuel.
Yep.
Okay. Later on in either this show or upcoming shows, we'll get into detail because unlike the gentleman that was on Joe Rogan's show.
Right.
Okay. Which, by the way, big shout out to Joe Rogan. Love the guy. Love his show. I try to listen as much as I can. So plug, Joe. Send us some of your swag. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gentleman that freaked out, and when you watched the video, you really thought to yourself, like, damn, that dude's going to get killed after the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was definitely afraid to make any connection with water to creating rocket fuel. And, of course, mushrooms were involved with that. And geez, look at me. Like, even me saying that for a moment there, I got, like, quick goosebumps. That I said mushrooms and water in the same sentence and rocket fuel.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, look out the window real quick, honey. You know what I mean? Like, is somebody waiting out there? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, we'll talk more about that interesting factoid. As a matter of fact, maybe we'll get somebody on the show about that because that is super intriguing to discuss. It basically would solve world problems, but putting the human race into space and
Yeah.
going on to colonize planets and things of that nature and God knows what into the future. So
Right, exactly.
I'm sorry, I went on a little rant there.
No,
Go
that's
ahead.
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
well,
what I do.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about tomorrow's horoscopes. Well, the horoscopes for Sunday. These horoscopes, like I said, I'm trying...
Sunday, October 22nd, second.
I'm trying something
Sorry.
a little bit different. These are Verdict.
Verdict?
Yep, Verdict.
It looks like the
These
jury
are-
has come up with a verdict.
These are Verdict horoscopes.
I know.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And
I was trying to be funny. I'll quit the show.
no,
after
that's
today.
all right. That's all right. So I'm trying something different. So I thought that I would incorporate a little bit of that too. So Aries, don't allow unwanted thoughts occupying your mind.
Okay, sure.
Try to remain calm and tension free.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
How's that work again?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So, you will definitely face financial distress today,
No.
but this will
No.
later
I was
on.
doing so fucking good too.
This will later on save you from many future troubles. Okay?
Wait, so me having a shit day today is going to save me from future problems?
Yes, I guess so.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
So me being broke, ass, just fucking scum of the earth broke, will make me a better financial person in the future? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
'Cause
Well,
it'll
you know what? Hey, what do I got to fucking lose? I'll go with it.
It gets
All right,
you to
go ahead.
love life.
My love life?
It says love life.
Love life?
Love life.
In my life as well?
Love life.
So,
Love life.
Oh, love life. Like I gotcha. Okay. All right, this
Okay.
is very confusing. Move on.
Frustration will increase between you and your love partner due to lack of time.
Oh, Jesus Christ, see?
And playing any musical instrument today can brighten up your day. Your lucky number is 4. Your lucky color is brown and gray. And a remedy is enhance finances by reciting Ganesh, Chalisa, and singing hymns. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Taurus. Playing with kids will give you a wonderful healing experience today. All the money you had invested in the past to make your future prosperous will reap fruitful results as well. You may fall in love at first sight with someone, and your communication techniques and working skills will be very impressive. Helping someone or volunteering for a social cause might boost your energy like a wonder tonic.
A wonder tonic?
Yep. Your lucky number is 3. Your lucky color is saffron and yellow. A remedy is receive blessings from mother, grandmother, or other older woman to enjoy a healthy life.
All right.
Gemini. Victory celebrations will give you tremendous joy. You can share this happiness with your friends as well. Avoid lending your money to relatives who have not yet returned any of your money in the past. Push problems out of your mind and concentrate on improving your position both at home and amongst your friends. Your life partner had never been so wonderful today, so it'll be very wonderful with your life partner today, I guess. And you might want to spend some time grooming yourself, as an attractive personality is important for creating a better version of yourself. Your lucky number is 1. Your lucky color is orange and gold, and your remedy is donate battery-run toys and dolls to poor and needy children.
Yeah.
Cancer. So children will brighten your evening today. Plan a nice dinner, and all commitments and financial transactions need to be carefully handled as well. Good friends are like a treasure you always want to preserve. Romantic memories will occupy your day. You can read a book in your free time. However, you may constantly feel disturbed by the members of your family. Know how to respect everyone while in the middle of the crowd, which is why you are too able to portray as well as create a good image in front of others. Your lucky number is 5. Your lucky color is green and turquoise. The remedy is donating black umbrellas and black shoes to economically deprived people will make great improvements in economic conditions.
Alrighty.
Leo, your swift action will motivate you today. You will achieve successful changes as well. It's a perfect day to attract the attention of others without doing much on your side. Your love life is going to take a turn for the better.
Yeah.
It's a good idea to finish your work on time and go home early. It'll provide you to be good, or it'll provide you
get it out.
Happiness with your family, and you will also feel refreshed today.
Very good.
Your spouse will your spouse will push the rewind button of those early stage love and romances today.
Yeah.
And you can impart your knowledge regarding the value of water and life to the younger ones as well.
Okay,
lucky number
right.
3.
Feeling
Lucky
those vibes.
color is saffron and yellow. Your remedy is donate a cow and improve your health. If this is not possible,
donate a cow and improve your health?
Yep. If this is not possible, donate an equivalent amount of the cost of the cow at the temple of the Hermitage.
What in the fuck?
So,
who is this for?
Well, remember, this is Verdiac, so they're...
Verdiac.
This is a Verdiac horoscope.
What do you mean by... Okay, maybe I'm misunderstanding here. What is Verdiac in, like, the entire horoscope name? Or
Verdiac is the type of horoscope, okay? So the type of horoscope is type of horoscope is between Verdiac and Kundali, okay? And it's based on your houses, okay? It's a different way of doing your horoscope, okay?
Okay.
This is Indian.
That you know what?
This is Indian version of a horoscope. That's why I'm doing it.
They're going to be pleased. Absolutely.
That's why I've put this in.
I was unaware of that. You did not inform the host.
Yes.
Okay, about what you were doing.
I'll explain a little bit more
You're obviously
later
fired for the rest of the season. But this whole time, I thought you were fucking missaying like Virgo or something like that.
No.
And I'm like, God, this. I'm sitting here. I'm on the. Obviously we're on the air, but in my head, I'm like, look at this motherfucking.
No.
Goddamn.
There are 9 different ways of doing your horoscope, and I will actually go through those 9 different ways.
Well, holy shit!
Within the 9 different weeks. Okay?
I totally understand now. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So that's all right. A reunion, Virgo. A reunion with an old friend will brighten up your spirits. You will make money. So put it in your savings today. A surprise. To your surprise, brother will come at your rescue. So your brother will come to your rescue today. Your present makes this world a worthy place to be for your beloved. Procrastinating every now and then only adds to burden. Married life or social life, so you want to keep the jokes going in your married life or your social life. Let's see here. It's obviously you feel a bit frustrated when your family forces you to do something that you don't want to do. And avoid getting angry. Though avoid getting angry is in your interest. So it's in your best interest to not get angry. This is written differently because of the fact that this is a different horoscope. But I'm translating it in both ways here. So your lucky number is 1. Lucky color is orange and gold. The remedy is to get rid of the mental stress. Put gold or copper spikes on the 4 legs of your bed.
What?
Yep, that's your remedy.
You're gonna put different spikes
to get
on the
rid
bottom
of
the rim?
to get rid of mental stress. You want to put gold or copper spikes on the 4 legs of your bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So it must be lucky for them. So, Libra, friends are very supportive and will keep you happy today. knowledge and good humor will impress the people around you. Talk openly and speak from the heart. You will refresh the old beautiful days of courtship, chasing, and wooing in your married life. Today, the natives living far from your family will dearly miss their homes. And in this case, you can talk to your family members to lighten up your mind. Your lucky number is 4. Lucky color is brown and gray. And the remedy is donate a flag at a religious place to stay successful.
Donate a flag to a religious place. Now, what do you mean?
At a religious place to stay successful.
So, any flag?
Donate a flag at a religious place to stay successful.
Okay, well, I'm going to grab, let's see, what kind of shit flag do I have that I can take to the church tomorrow?
So, Scorpio, get involved in activities that are exciting and keep you relaxed. Your social activity in the evening will turn out to be much better than you expected. Your partner will calm you down with better understanding. Your free time can be spent by cleaning the house. Your spouse will show his or her angelic side today. And visit a riverbank or religious place may enhance peace of mind as well.
Just make sure that riverbank isn't the Gaza Strip.
Yeah. So your lucky number is 5. Your lucky color is green and turquoise. Your remedy is donate packets of milk to economically weak women for continued prosperity.
Man, it's interesting.
They're very
and it
religious
sounds positive,
over there,
but it's
so
also
it's different ways of doing
different.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different. It's like,
That's
You know
why
what I
I
mean?
wanted to do this a little bit for a couple of days so people would understand a
Oh,
little bit about
I'm
it,
sure
know?
by you doing this, we'll reach well over 1 million listeners in India alone.
So, Sagittarius, you want to take the support of your family and friends or family members to relieve any tension. Okay, you want
Tension?
the
What's
support
tension?
of your family
I never
members
had
to
that.
relieve you from tension. Okay,
Okay.
you want to share your problems frequently. Okay. You want to spend with your relatives, so spending time with your relatives will be to your advantage. Today, your beloved would find it extremely difficult to deal with your erratic behavior.
Get used to it.
Yeah, today some of your friends can come over to your house and spend time with you, so you want to spend time with your friends. You know, that's the main thing. Too much expectations today might lead you towards sadness in your married life. And meeting a beautiful stranger on a trip can make you gain good experiences. Your lucky number is
sure.
Your lucky number is 2. Your lucky color is silver and white. Remedy is offering water to peepal tree and circulating it, especially on Saturdays, will be highly beneficial for your health. They must have a special tree over there. So, ooh, my goodness, hold on.
Oh, boy.
I accidentally pushed.
Next time, we're going to have to get an actual Indian to come over here and read these.
Yeah. Capricorn, you want to be cautious while drinking and eating today. Carelessness could make you sick. You want to keep busy at work most of the time. Today, you will be full of good ideas, and your choice of activities will bring you gains far beyond your expectations. A stranger might cause tiff between you and your partner, and it'll be good for you not to postpone any tasks you are able to complete today. Your lucky number is 2. Your lucky color is silver and white. A remedy is bundle black pepper, black grams, and a piece of raw coal in a dark blue cloth, and offer in flowing water to enjoy enhanced income.
Essentially, make sure those rickshaws are stacked to the fucking brim.
Aquarius. So your health, you'll be in perfect health today. Due to any members of your family falling ill, you may face financial problems, which we all know that it gets expensive when someone falls ill. So children could disappoint as
Oh,
they
yeah.
fail to live up to your expectations. It's going to be an amazing day in your love life, though. Good news, most likely from a distant place expected by late evening. A family member can share a love-related problem with you today, and you must listen to him or her diligently and try to give accurate advice and suggestions. Lucky number is 9. Your lucky color is red and maroon. Your remedy is seek the blessings of the elders in the family by touching their feet early in the morning and maintain harmony in the family.
You know what? That sounds like it could be easily turned into a drama-filled, dance-filled Bollywood movie.
I don't know. And lastly, Pisces, your fondest dream will materialize. Keep your excitement under control, as too much happiness can cause some problems. Friends will brighten up your day.
Sometimes boners don't go away for 4 hours.
Friends will brighten up your day as they plan out something exciting for the evening.
Yeah.
Someone closer
Play a big
to
game
you
of,
will ask you to spend
Quran.
quality time with them. Yeah.
But no, do you seriously know what that is?
What?
Did I show you that?
What?
It's like this weird version of pool.
Yeah.
Where that guy, did I show you that guy that does this? With the little
yeah,
chips?
yeah, you showed me.
Yeah, how about that, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
I know what it's all about, India. Huh?
Your sweetheart will turn out to be an angel for you today. Someone closer to you will ask you to spend quality time with them. This will upset you and them both, though, because due to the sacredity of the time, you won't be able to fulfill their wishes.
Oh.
Love and good friends are the basics of a married life, and your father can bring a special gift for you today. Lucky number is 7. Your lucky color is cream and white, and your remedy is help sick people in the hospital to keep a peaceful mind.
Well, no shot on India, but there should be plenty of those.
So now we're going to go into the intuitive aspects, and the intuitive aspects are 4 types of intuitive thinking.
Is this still India?
No,
Okay.
this is different now.
I just wanna make
So
sure.
research states that encouraging intuitive thought and relying on it can lighten or overall cognitive load and reduce the response time, allowing us to make decisions swiftly and more accurately. All right? There are 4 types: the emotional, mental, psychic, and spiritual. Emotional is the ability to pick up on others' personal traits and emotional state.
Mm-hmm.
You can see who and how they are. Emotional, intuitive quotient could mean higher empathy levels towards others. Mental is finding answers to problems without analyzing, so like quick decision jobs. Make quick and efficient decisions in high pressure and chaotic circumstances. Your psychic is choosing a best path to overcome difficulties without putting mental effort into it. So social and work-related dynamics is a good one. Overcoming the problem during a crisis is also good. And your spiritual is enlightenment. A revelation state is more than an experience than a fact. Buddhists refer this as a mystical quality. One's own self-awareness relates to one's connection with the higher dimension and elevated awareness or supernatural characteristics.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to the history of the day now.
Okay. Before we get to that.
All right.
Before we get to that. On tomorrow's show.
Yes.
Because, I promise we'll be back tomorrow. Right? Probably won't be back until, 2025. But as of right now, we're going to be back tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Regular schedule time. I want to start a petition of sorts.
Oh.
On the actual site on Facebook. Okay. And I'm also going to be in the process this week of getting what was formerly Twitter, X, up and running. Okay. So we have 2 sources to go to for NTRN. so you can learn about shows and guests and things that we're going to be talking about and things like this petition that I'm discussing. I want to see how many people we can get to sign on to get Rashida Tlaib removed from office.
Ah.
Okay. And when we get to a certain number,
yeah,
I know plenty of people in the state of Michigan
mm-hmm.
That have their ways
Mm-hmm.
to get these type of things moving and shaking, and to get them done. And I want to do this as soon as possible.
Okay.
And if you need any type of motivation, if you don't even know what I'm talking about, which you should, I'll make sure I put some information down on why this needs to be happening. Okay, this person doesn't deserve to be in the United States,
right.
number one.
Yeah.
Doesn't deserve the freedoms or respect.
Mm-hmm.
And absolutely should not be in our government ranks.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
This person wants to see Westerners die.
Yep.
Okay? And that includes not only Americans, but Canadians.
Yep.
And she also wants to see the Jewish faith eliminated, Israel eliminated, and she has come out with no hesitation, with a giant big fucking smirk on her face that needs to be wiped off immediately, when she was asked if she had a problem with Palestinian terrorists, or let's just say what the truth, the Palestinians.
Yeah.
When they were taking videos of cutting Israeli children's heads off in front of their mothers before they killed and raped their mother.
Right.
She simply turned around and did a stupid, goofy-ass smile as she walked into her office with a Palestinian flag, and in the background, a classic Palestinian terrorist headdress.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? She needs to be removed out of this country.
Yeah.
Okay? And she needs to be thankful that's all that's going to happen to her.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be starting something like that this week as soon as possible, especially once I get X up and running properly,
Mm-hmm.
kind of make that transition from Twitter to X, and of course on Facebook as well. So
Okay.
I just wanted to put that out there. Get ready for that. We need your support on this one. I know, speaking of India so much today, I know India is 100% on Israel's side at this point. Israel's been known to be a nation that tries to stay neutral,
Mm-hmm.
and I understand that. But a majority though are supporting Israel, and this person. She needs to be thrown back into the Gaza Strip with these motherfuckers.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
And I have a lot more to say about that. I'll do that tomorrow, though. But I just want you to know that's coming up. Okay?
Yep.
And one more little quick side note. Tim Scott is also doing a sort of semi-petition, whatever have you, to get the immediate expulsion of 4 specific House members, and I think we probably all know who they are, but I'll go ahead and read the names. Of course, Rashida Tlaib, which I had already mentioned, Jayapal, Ilhan Omar, and of course AOC. They all need to go.
Yep.
Okay, this squad, yeah, they. I don't know how to make it any more clear. They hate you.
Yeah.
They hate America.
Yep.
Whoever's listening to that, they hate you.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's all coming up tomorrow and throughout the week. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
That's all right. Okay, so the history...
It's an important thing.
Right. The history of the day. On this day in 1962, President John F. Kennedy alerted the Americans to the Cuban Missile Crisis, declaring a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments in the island country, 90 miles off the coast of the U.S. In 2010, the WikiLeaks, the website founded by Julian Assange,
Oh, yes.
okay, functioned as the clearinghouse for classified or otherwise privileged information, released thousands of U.S. documents related to the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. In 2008, Chandrayaan India's first lunar space probe was launched, and it later found water in the moon's atmosphere. 1910, in one of the most notorious criminal cases of the 20th century, American physician Holly Harvey Crippen, widely known as Dr. Crippen, was found guilty of murdering his wife. He was executed in the British prison the following month. In 1836, after helping defeat Mexico in the Texas Revolution, Sam Houston was inaugurated as the first president of the Republic of Texas.
All right.
In 1721, Tsar Peter the Great titles himself Emperor of all Russia. In 1879, Thomas Edison perfects the carbonized cotton filament light bulb. 1907 was the
cotton filament?
Yeah, filament.
Okay.
Yep. 1907 was the Panic of 1907. The run of the Knickerbocker Trust Company stock leads to the U.S.-wide run on banks. In 362, the Temple of Apollo at Dauphine, outside of Antioch, is destroyed in a mysterious fire. 1707, the Scilly naval disaster, shipwreck of 4 Royal Navy warships and loss of 1,400 men during a storm off of the Scilly Islands, will prompt 1714 the British Act of Parliament competition to find longitude at sea. In 1708 was the Great Alliance. It was occupied by Rigel. In 1746, Princeton University in New Jersey received its charter. 1797, Andrew Jacques Garnerin makes the first parachute descent from a balloon in Paris.
All right.
In 1844, the Millerite, do you know what Millerite is? The Millerite Advertice.
Is that like the early version of like Miller Lite?
No, the Millerite Advertice.
Okay.
Wait for the appearance of Jesus. In 1861 was the first telegraph line linking West and East Coast completed. In 1862, the Battle of Old Fort Wayne, Indian Territory. 1867 was the foundation of the National University of Columbia. In 1875 was the first telegraphic connection in Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
And the Sons of American Revolution was organized.
Okay.
In 1877 was the Blanchy mining disaster in Scotland. It killed 207 miners.
Yikes balls.
In 1875 was the first rugby match. It took place in Salford between Broughton and Swinton. Yeah. Oh.
All right.
In 1880,
was that England or Australia?
I'm assuming in England, isn't it?
So what
Broughton?
you're telling me is you're not prepared.
No, I don't know what that one is. I don't know about rugby. What is
Season
rugby?
6, Episode 3.
What is rugby?
NTRN starring Daniel Brewer.
What is rugby?
Rugby is sort of like football. A little bit of soccer, but hands-on. A much bigger field. Okay. Rules slightly different. But over there they say American League Football. And over here we say Australian League Football. So there's just different slight variations, but essentially the same thing. You beat each other's ass, this and that, tackles, blah, blah, blah. Just played a little differently.
Mm.
I watch it at nighttime when you're sitting there and go, what the fuck are you watching now? What kind of fucking,
You watch some weird shit.
What is this? I'm watching Bandy. You're like, what the fuck is that? It looks like fucking hockey and soccer and lacrosse and shit. Next day, I'm watching rugby. And like, what the fuck is that? The day after that, table tennis, some weird version of table tennis from Thailand.
Yeah, I know you watch weird shit.
I'll fucking if it's sports, it's sports, it's sports. You know what I mean?
All right, so how about in 1883 was the first New York horse show in Madison Square Garden?
Was AOC there?
I don't.
As one of the horses?
All right, so in 1897 was the world's first car dealer. It opened in London. 1906, Henry Ford becomes the president of the Ford Motor Company. In 1924, the Toastmasters International is founded.
Toastmasters?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure on that one. But anyways, in 1936, the first commercial flight from mainland to Hawaii. In 1938, this is kind of interesting. So in 1938, the Chester Carlson has the first successful experiment into electrophotography. Later sold to the Haloid company and dubbed X-Rocks Copying.
We wouldn't have a show if you weren't so endearing.
X-Rocks Compian, whatever that is.
X-Rocks Compian. Everybody's like, oh yeah.
We're a copy.
I know what that's it.
All right.
I know exactly what that is.
All right, so in 1948 was the first Arab.
Whoa. Whoa, do we got, hold on here. Let me just play like a Thunderbolt or something. We get some elevator music on here. Yeah. I'll let her go immediately for that racist comment.
Well, it was the Israeli war. Okay, Arab, Israel.
Oh yeah, I'll let you take. I'll let you say Israeli, obviously, because that's pretty norm. They're not Arabic, by the way. Okay.
So what is it?
It's
Arab.
Not
Arabian.
Arab. Jesus, you're trying to get us fucking killed.
1948 was the first Arab and Israel war. This is like
the fourth time this year, 2023.
The Israel Navy sinks the Egyptian Navy flagship King Farouk using explosive laden motorboat in the Mediterranean Sea near Gaza.
Why don't you just say those black people and their afros? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like the same thing.
All right, so in 1949, 200 people were killed in a train derailment near Nowa, Poland.
Ooh.
Okay.
Train accidents are never good.
No. How about 1950? The LA Rams beat the Baltimore Colts 70-27. 1954, West Germany joins the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. 1962, the Pacific Science Center opens at Seattle Center.
Yep.
1963, 225,000 students boycott in Chicago schools in the Freedom Day protest.
They're probably boycotting like, hey, we need more goddamn violence. This is ridiculous.
1966, the ice hockey legend Bobby Orr scores his first career goal versus the Montreal Canadiens. 1967, Ian Brashaw takes all 10 cricket wickets.
Nice.
It says WASUV Vic Perth.
Fuck.
What does that mean?
Fucking let me look at it. Son of a gun. This
what
is
does that
ridiculous.
mean?
One of these days. Okay, so where are we at? Bobby Orr. Where am I looking at? Okay, so 1967. And Brashaw, Australia, Vic. Oh! So it looks like Western Australia. I'm going to say against because you have V. Victoria Perth.
Okay.
Okay, takes all. What is that?
10 wickets. 10 wickets.
Well, you wouldn't say cricket wickets. You would just say wickets.
Oh, wow.
You understand?
Okay. I'm
right,
so
just bend over.
In 1968, the Apollo 7 returns to Earth.
Right.
1980.
What year was that?
1968.
Yeah, I remember watching
1988, Elton John sells out at Madison Square Garden for the record of the 26th time. 1992, the space shuttle STS-52, which is Columbia 13, launches into space. In 2005, the tropical storm Alpha forms in the Atlantic Basin, making the 2005 Atlantic hurricane season the most active, recording 22 named storms. 2008, Google Play is launched. And
Google Play.
Also, it says in 2008, India launches its first unmanned lunar mission, and that's the Chandrayaan 1, which we talked about before. In 2012, 6 Italian scientists are convicted of manslaughter for their failure to predict the 2009 Aquila earthquake.
Let me read it. Let me see what it said. Where are we at? Point it.
L'Aquila earthquake. And 2016, AT&T buys out the Time Warner for $85.4 billion.
Darn it.
I know. Isn't that crazy? In 2020, the National Hockey League announces the annual NHL All-Star Game and NHL All-Star Skills Competition would be postponed due to COVID. And in 2021, the Australian city of Melbourne is the world's most locked down city, and it was locked down for a total of 260 days.
You know, this whole COVID thing
is a bunch of shit.
Before I get too old, I want to make it a point. And people have like bucket lists, you know?
Yeah.
Part of my bucket list is just to kick everybody in the ass that had mentioned, like, hey, did you get your shot? Hey, why don't you get your mask on? Hey, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's like, hey, come here.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Right.
Sit down. Here, check this out. My name's Steven Seagal, and watch this roundhouse back fucking just knock you a fucking mile off your fucking seat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, it's a fucking flu! It's a goddamn flu. It's just, it's a little rough. You know, it's a severe flu, but it's nothing that's gonna kill you. Unless you have an immune compromised system. God.
All right, well, how about we talk about this?
I don't know.
All right, so Frederick Barr, okay, invented the Pringles can, okay? When he passed away...
Pringles can?
Yeah, so this is...
the Pringles can. I was thinking
intriguing facts, okay? So Frederick Barr invented the Pringles can. When he passed away in 2008, his ashes were buried in one.
Well, I guess, fuck, it's fitting, I suppose. You know what I mean?
Psychology is the brain
I'd like to be
trying
my
to
ashes
comprehend itself.
I'd like my ashes to be put in the palm of my hand.
The average 4-year-old asks over 400 questions a day.
Yeah, way more than that.
That's what
way more than that, man.
So a T183 calculator has 6 times more processing power than the computer that landed Apollo 11 on the moon.
Oh, shit, 6. The device that I'm holding in my hand alone has just leaps and bounds more information than you could ever imagine. The first couple of computers that we're not talking about. We're talking about just on the ground, the computing power.
Yeah.
Okay. You are literally holding a super computer in your hand.
Yeah. No.
Okay. A lot of people take it for granted.
Right.
You know, they don't know what they have in their hand. You know how many things I could do with this?
A lot.
Like if I had the incline, if I was a criminal, the things that I could fucking do right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm not a criminal. Apparently, the fat Mexican thinks I am. A few other people think I am.
Okay, we got to keep going here.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Sorry, you're gonna go on a rant, and we're not gonna get done with all this stuff in time.
If I can't shit talk, then I'm nobody.
Stop now.
All right, we got 4 minutes. What's up?
All right, so
there's a few things I want to say too. You understand?
The humans shed 40 pounds of skin in their lifetime, completely replacing their outer skin every month.
Like a lizard.
More than 2,500 left-handed people are killed every year from using equipment that is meant for right-handed people. The average adult human has 2 to 9 pounds of bacteria in his or her body.
2 to 9 pounds?
Yep.
Fuck, start popping the vitamin C.
Starfish can regrow their arms. In fact, a single arm can regenerate a whole body. Population of Ireland is still 2 million less than it was before the potato famine 160 years ago.
Potato famine.
Potato famine, yes.
Would it be devastating if there were no potatoes?
Well, maybe.
Seriously?
Maybe.
Would the human race survive?
I don't know. Possibly.
Why don't you know these things?
I don't know. Here we're going to talk about things associated with your zodiac, and there are 9 types of astrology. This is where we get into talking about what I was going to talk to you about, okay?
Oh, for the love of fuck.
So, since the dawn of civilization, people have been
minutes.
using different types of astrology for everything from timing, when to harvest their crops, to choosing dates of their wedding, to finding a lost pet. Much more than just a personality test, astrology isn't a one-size-fits-all situation. So, there are different types of astrology. Like I said, there are 9 different types. Number 1 is the modern or psychological astrology. Number 2 is traditional Western astrology, or Hellenistic or medieval.
Holistic?
No, Hellenist or medieval. Number 3 is evolutionary astrology. Number 4 is Vedic astrology. Number 5 is Harare astrology. Number 6 is locational astrology. 7 is
we have as many listeners as we do.
Electional astrology. 8 is relationship astrology, and 9 is medical astrology. Over the next 9 weeks, I will be talking about each one of these types of astrology.
Oh, so you're making this sort of like a segment thing?
Kinda. It's going to be things that are associated with your astrology.
So folks have something to look forward to, huh?
So, when we come back from break, because I'm not going to be able to start right now, I'm going to talk about what electricity?
Electricity is something that powers your devices. It was created...
What electional astrology is all about. Basically, it's about looking up best dates for businesses, for important events, weddings, and such. But I'm going to talk about what the technique is all about and how you can
we're
determine
cool.
the
We
technique.
watch Suits.
So, yeah, right? Suits is really good. Plug.
I already feel at
Netflix,
this point...
plug.
I already... plug. I already feel like no matter who you are, what situation I'm in, like, you either settle now or I'll fucking sue you for everything you got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter who you are.
Right.
You know,
so electional astrology coming back after break.
Is that what you think, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
What is that? What are we here? Oh, it means we're going to the second hour of break. We have much more coming up, including more of Jennifer's bullshit. No, I'm playing. Amazing stuff. But yes, you are definitely listening to a brand new episode of NTRN. Episode 2. 1 second of midnight. We'll be right back!
새벽 2시 하늘께까지 telling me that you Gucci 너답지 않지 got me driving like a movie 난 아직 굳이 걱정 따윈 없지 pedal to the floor only seconds left to go 새벽 4시 오후 아침까지 미안한다고 말하지 나답지 않지 got me calling like a movie 난 아직 굳이 걱정 따윈 없지 pedal to the floor only seconds left to go Intention falling
You're a blessing, Mr. Clay. This place was crabgrass and weeds, and you brought it back to life.
Mrs. Parker and I were friends. She was like family. She was the only person who ever took care of me.
I just got a message saying that there's a problem with my computer.
Yes, ma'am, we got this.
Yesterday, she shot herself.
This is private property.
Do you know what they do here? Scamming the weakest in our society.
Buddy, I'm counting to 3.
1, 2, 3. There, I did it for you. I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
Will you stomp his ass out?
You're telling me one man did this. The only thing you know is he's a beekeeper.
A beekeeper? Well, that's not good.
Beekeepers is a special program outside the chain of command.
I protect the hive. When the system is out of balance, I correct it.
We have laws for these things.
Until they fail, then you have me.
My fingers, he cut him off. Oh, what the fuck, bro?
Don't move. This is much bigger than a little phishing scam.
The money's going all over the world. To people in finance, even government.
You are a problem. Goddamn right, I'm a problem.
No way he's coming here straight through the back entrance.
I figured I'd give the firefighters a break.
Somebody detain this guy. Ah!
We have to kill him before he kills his way to the top.
Honey?
It's flammable as fuck. Who knew?
Shitty car, but we hit the road. Doesn't matter where we go and destination unknown. I don't care where the motor stops, cause when I want it, then I want it. Yeah, I want it, oh I want it, let's go. Look around, where's the people at? I want a taste of the good life, hit me with it.
Streaming to you live from Spreaker.com and somewhere deep in the great upper Midwest. If you're ready for a ride, you can call NTR anytime by dialing the nationwide caller line at 1-507-384-9390. First-time callers can reach Night Talks Radio at 1-507-307-4424. Text Daniel and NTR exclusively at 1-218-689-7126. Now, from somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's your hosts, Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
Welcome back, everybody. The third and final hour of NTRN, episode 2, 1 second to midnight. I'm your host, Daniel Brewer, along with me, as always, the beautiful, the gorgeous, the intelligent, the smart, the sometimes silly, Jennifer Gregerson. Jennifer, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Excellent, excellent. I have to ask that question every hour because I'm afraid you're going to walk away from the show.
Oh, no.
because you hate me so much and you dislike what I do.
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay. All right, that's refreshing, the way you said no. All right, so what do we got going on for this third hour? Why don't we continue with what you were chirping about? And is it okay if I have like 5 minutes to myself for this third hour?
Yeah, you can have 5 minutes to yourself.
Thank you very much, Jennifer Gregerson. Proceed.
Okay, so the electional astrology...
Electionals?
Is called electional astrology.
2024, we got the electionals coming up.
So, the astrology, it's actually the most expensive astrology out there, okay? Because it's so, there's so much to it. There's, you can do it in 2 different techniques, okay? And they use electional astrology basically to select the most favorable time for an event. Like
is
I said,
Trump going to be involved in these electorals?
No, this is totally different.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say I would vote for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is voting for in events such as marriage, starting a business, moving into a new home, things like that. Something very important like that. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. So anyway, there are 2 techniques that they use. One technique that they use is they use your birth chart for the person or the people involved in the event. Okay. The second technique that they use it as basically they interpret the event as its own personality. So they make its own birth chart. So let's say you want to know
so basically
July 5th of 2024 a good day to get married next year. Okay? They're going to use that into a birth chart and they're going to tell you if that's a good day to get married or not.
But in reality, the AI that probably works that is like an asteroid is going to hit that day. And
there's
it can.
There's no AI involved.
I don't know, man.
It's about the alignments.
I think there is.
It's about the alignments of the planets and the alignments of the astrology stars. The alignment of the stars. Okay.
Imagine if my penis had AI technology.
Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine?
Oh, okay. All right, honey. All right. Anyway, all right. So the rules for electional astrology is only applying aspects should be used. Orbs are not to be used. The moon is the primary consideration in the electional chart. It can be used in time events and is treated like the sun in the birth chart. Okay, the moon is. The best to keep is it's best to keep Mars and Uranus away from the angles and the angular houses.
I keep
So Mars can indicate conflicts and Uranus can indicate
from,
unexpected or unpredicted occurrences. Okay, the most appropriate rising sign for the matter in question should be chosen, such as Sagittarius for foreign travel. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the moon, during its perigee, is traveling faster.
It's perigee?
That's at its apogee, okay? So for anything that needs to happen quickly, choose a time when the moon is in the perigee, okay?
Okay.
All right, so when the moon is traveling from a new to a full, increases the speed of the matters associated with the event. Avoid 12 degrees after the new moon and 12 degrees after the full moon, okay?
I thought this show was supposed to be fun and like.
No,
I feel like I'm in a fucking school.
These are the rules, okay?
It's like night class in the summer.
So the next lunar aspect after the action has been taken shows the outcome
We're all
of
going
the
to the
event.
fair.
The
I gotta stay
sign
here and do fucking
where
math.
the moon is located shows the type of activity which is favorable at the time of the event. Avoid planet placements at 0 degrees and 29 degrees of any sign. Okay, it can cause confusion or disorientation, unless it moves into the sign it's compatible with, such as Uranus in Aquarius. Okay, so here's how this works.
Yes.
All right. So you want to, avoid any square aspects with the moon. Do not choose a time when the moon is void of the course of the event. So you want to make sure, want to avoid time when the moon is in Scorpio as well. It's not a good time when there is the retrograde going on as well. That's not a good time to choose a date as well. Okay? So, the planets, the sun, places of gambling, jewelry shops, and given strength. Okay, the moon is the square aspects causes problems. The waxing moon is favorable for growth. The void of the moon shows lack of action, and the waning moon is favorable for reduction or reducing debt. Mercury is communication, and the Mercury is retrograde is unfavorable for moving into a house. Okay, so you want to keep that into consideration. Mars, if a battle is planned, Mars needs to be well aspected. All right. So
respected?
Aspected.
Aspected.
Aspected, yep.
Okay.
Jupiter is actually an extravagance. It's well aspected. It shows good fortune and luck. So anything that Jupiter is close to the moon or Jupiter is in your house or something like that at that time of your birth, then that's when is a good time to probably choose a date. Okay?
There's a part of me that I want to believe that you're telling like this amazing information that people don't know, and then there's another half of me that's like you're absolutely just completely full of shit.
I'm just telling you what each of the planets kind of represent in this whole.
I got you. Okay. All right.
So Saturn's very influential. It's good for business ventures. Uranus ventures are inventions, computers, innovation, and air travel.
We'll have our next conference meeting on
Pluto, hidden matters and elimination and death. Unless Pluto is associated with the matter in question, it usually has a mere influence on the
I don't want to talk about Pluto unless you make a plan.
Electional chart. Okay?
Bottom line. What?
So again, avoid the Mercury retrograde, avoid the void at the course of the moon, So, when you are going into picking for a marriage, okay, the sun and the moon should be in sextile or trine with each other. So
now you tell me.
Okay, the ascendant in the fixed sign is favorable for long-lasting marriage. Okay.
Or turmoil.
So the planetary rulers for the ascendant and descendant should be in sextile or trine with each other to have a favorable influence on the relationship. The Venus in retrograde is unfavorable for marriage. So if your Venus is in retrograde, do not pick that date to get married. All right. So the moon in Leo is favorable for strong and well-matched couples. The moon in Libra is favorable for harmony and balance in the relationship.
Yep.
Okay. It does say that An Aries ascendant can indicate a short-lived relationship, possibly due to selfishness. A Cancer ascendant shows a nurturing relationship, which may be suffocating. A Scorpio ascendant can show passion, possessiveness, and jealousy in a relationship as well. So that's just a few of them.
Gotcha.
So those just tell you a little bit more about how to pick out your marriage date. It also says a Libra ascendant shows fairness and harmony in the marriage. So if you want to, pick it where Libra is in your house, then that would be a good date as well, so.
Okay.
It's basically all got to do with your birth chart. It's really interesting. You can look it up a little bit more. It's called electional astrology.
I think what we're gonna do.
So now we're gonna go into.
Let's put some brakes on that. Let's do a break real quick on that. I think what we need to do.
We're gonna go to the news.
Because hold on. No, I wanted to say. Am I allowed to say anything?
Yeah.
Well, I'll just leave. You go ahead, shut the show down. Okay? I'm thinking, since you're so adamant and detailed, and you enjoy talking about astronomical information of any sort having to do with anything, I think we need to dedicate perhaps an hour show to just that. To you. Like me, not there. You.
Maybe.
How about that?
Maybe.
Are you open?
Am I boring you with my stuff?
No. It's until we, I feel like we're on punishment, but until we get back up to 4 to 5 hours, showtime wise.
Yeah.
We have minimal time, obviously.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't want to hear these stories. I think they're amazing, and I'm sure there's plenty of other people out there that think it's amazing. But I have been thinking, not only today, but the past few days and a few shows, you should probably have a small side dedicated show to those type of things, minus me. Like, I think it should be Jennifer Gregerson. Like, I'm really not saying that as a put down or that I'm annoyed by you or anything like that. I'm saying that you're so into that and devoted, which is amazing. And I'm sure there's, tens of thousands of people out there that think that's also amazing. And you could just talk about those different types of things almost on a daily basis if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So what do you think about something like that? Can we announce that on the show today?
Yeah, that could be something we could do.
We're going to do that. Everybody heard it first, right here on NTRN. Jennifer Gregerson is going to do her own shit. I don't know if it's going to be an hour. It might be 2, depending on how much information you got. And, of course, we'll stick with what we do here on the show.
Yeah.
Just not going into
more depth.
Such depth as you do. Normally, you can do that on the show and not worry about me pushing for time or this and that.
Right.
But of course, the title of the show today is 1 Second Before Midnight, and I really wanted to touch on why the title is that. Right. And I know you're going to the news and things like that and updates, but I really want to pound it home on what's going on around us, because people tend to just stick their head in the ground like a fucking ostrich and not give two shits what's going on.
Right.
Whilst we're walking around on the brink of World War III, and, I hate to say it, but damn battle for the Holy Land has started.
Yeah.
In Israel.
Yep.
One of our best friends, best allies.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sad, desperate, frightening, scary situation.
Right.
And I think it needs to be discussed. And I think details need to be given out as well, because I'm sure plenty of people have not heard all the details yet. So, hence, it is news time on NTRN, folks. Kick her off. Boop.
All right. Well, that's a good thing that you talked about that, because how much time we got left? Because I was just going to talk about a few things here.
We have about 35 minutes.
Okay. All right. So, the U.S.
And obviously tomorrow we'll have plenty more.
So the U.S. conducts the nuclear test in Nevada hours after Russia's move to revoke the global test ban. All right. Now, a lot of people are kind of upset about this because it's kind of raised some controversy on, why are we testing when we're still in the test ban?
Well, essentially, forget about test bans. You don't have to bring that up no more. Those are all, poof, gone, like the Magic Dragon, okay? Russia had toyed with it several times, saying that they're pulling out and that they will begin tests. Thing is, with Russia, is that they never did.
Right.
Okay? They talked the talk, but they fell short of walking the walk.
Right.
The United States, on the other hand, said... yeah, motherfuckers, and decided to go ahead and test essentially what is nuclear weapons.
Yeah, so Wednesday they test
above ground.
They tested actually below. So listen,
there was a test above ground, but it wasn't an explosion that you would think of as a nuclear weapon. It was not only was the ground test, but the above ground test. This is their excuse. It was to better understand when somebody else is detonating a nuclear weapon above ground. It's like, oh, okay, well that makes sense. No. All you gotta do is look at a fucking satellite, okay? Also, there's this thing called seismic activity detectors, too, around the fucking world that can detect that a nuclear weapon was exploded. Okay, so this line that they were trying to develop better technology to know if a nuclear weapon went off around the world, no. Let me just call you North Korea, okay? Your lines don't fucking work.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah. Well, they used chemicals and radioisotopes to validate new predictive...
And of course, you know what radioisotopes are.
Explosion models is what they said.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Like I said, the bottom line is, all I have to say is radioisotopes. You know what that is, correct?
Yeah.
If you took a whole glass of radioisotopes, you'd have a bad day.
Yeah. Well, Corey Hinderstein, the Deputy Administrator of the Defense Nuclear Non-Proliferation at the National Nuclear Security Administration, said in his statement, they will help reduce global nuclear threats by improving the detection of underground nuclear explosive tests. So, apparently, what I get out of that is that they're going to start testing underground.
Yeah, sure. They'll probably do that a few times, but that is easily going to move up. Now, there's no sanctions in place anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you got to understand first and foremost. People forget about that. There is nothing there anymore. For years and years and years and years, we enjoyed this somewhat feeling of peace and comfort, knowing that these type of things weren't allowed to happen anymore. Okay, now it's a free for all. So, as the United States government or anybody, I can sit here and look at you in the face, not laugh, anything, be super serious, and tell you I'll never explode a nuclear weapon above the ground to test anymore.
Right.
Lie.
Mm-hmm.
You're lying,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Because now Russia has already come out almost immediately after and stated, we are going to begin testing nuclear weapons above ground, okay? So it's only going to be a matter of time, probably within the week, that other countries that have nuclear capabilities are going to be doing the same thing because they want to make sure their arsenal, number one, is ready to go, okay, that there's no defects, and number two, they're developing better, stronger weapons, okay? Not only that, but delivery systems, okay, where, Russia wasn't bullshitting with the world when they did develop a new type of hypersonic vehicle.
Right.
To carry these nuclear warheads and ICBMs and things like that. If you recall, in 2018, they showed a graphic where MIRVs were being shot at Florida off one of the hypersonic vehicles. It was like 6 or 8 of them, which obviously would devastate the entire state of Florida. It would be off the map.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's just one small instance. Okay.
Right.
So this. You can candy coat it however you want, this has opened another door.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Another very serious and deadly, dangerous door.
Yeah.
Okay? Because now there's no rules in place to stop what's happening.
No.
Okay?
No. Well, how about this? You know, the House, you know, whether it's Democrat or Republican, basically they have to get off their high horse, okay? They have now ousted another Republican. They have ousted Jim Jordan. They said that they have wasted his time. They have kicked him out of office, basically, from being Speaker of the House. They've kicked him out of that area. They said that they wasted his time. He failed repeatedly to earn the necessary votes to take the gavel, again delaying the House from reopening for business.
Okay, here I come as I always do.
Yep.
So it's this is not Jim Jordan's fault.
No.
It is not because Jim Jordan is a bad person or he doesn't know what he's doing. It's a simple fact now that when McCarthy took off, you know, people have loyalties.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like say you were running for House Speaker, okay, and I was part of the same group that you're representing. If for whatever reason you left and took off, I don't care about anybody else, so I'm going to come with you.
Yep.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But in turn, that leaves a seat open.
Yeah.
Okay, that can, just through straight politics that we know all about, how conniving it can be, a Democrat might fill that seat now, okay? And it's not like before, when we held the Senate or Houses and things like that, we only had a very, very, very small lead, okay, in the House for the Speaker and control of the House. Now that's been thoroughly damaged. It may have actually been a plan
right.
by the Democratic Party to do so because they knew that it would cause confusion. They could easily say, oh, look at the Republicans. They refuse to make deals with us, be bipartisan, and look, there's nobody even in the House, and they run the House, and nobody's even leading the House right now.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to do? The country's going to hell.
Right.
Oh my God, it's all the Republicans' fault, the conservatives. So that was probably 90% one of their main goals, okay? But Jim Jordan was supposed to take over. But because of what I just said, he lost the first 2 votes
Yep.
to get in, which is devastating. Now there are more that are popping up, some of which it would also be good speakers of the House, Republican-wise. But now you're getting Democrats going, well, we need somebody that's going to be bipartisan. We have this Democrat here who promises to be fair and equal. Why don't you put him in the speaker position? Nope, because instantly that means that they once again run all 3 very important branches.
Well, they have until Sunday to declare the candidates.
Yeah.
And the vote...
They've declared like 4 or 5 already.
Vote will be Tuesday to choose the new speaker.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see. But Jim Jordan said after, he said that he had no regrets about how he handled his run.
No,
and hopes the GOP conference can elect someone.
Yeah.
We have to come together, and I think we will, he said.
I mean, there's so many things that are going on, not only in this country, but around the world right now that are quite devastating. It's sad that good people, on this level, for the House Speaker, are just simply being denied now because what we have in Washington now, because of the Biden regime, is a bunch of fucking crybabies.
Yep.
Who don't care about me and you, okay, regular people who are struggling. They just care about how much money they can make and how quickly they can get in there and then make bullshit things happen that will destroy not only this country more, but other countries, and especially allies very good friends and allies like Israel, for example.
Yep.
Okay.
Which reminds, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about that now. We have a lot
Kick
of
it
news that obviously we're not going to get to until tomorrow, because my segment ran a little bit over. But
too long.
Here we're going to talk about all the major U.S. professional sports leagues released a statement supporting Israel, and then we're going to go in and we're going to talk about what's going on in Israel. So, the statements came after 100 of the Israelis and Americans were murdered, 1,000 injured, and more than 100 were held hostage. So
now, keep in mind,
this was when it first started.
Okay, listen though. Keep in mind though.
Yes.
To this, probably very hour.
Yeah.
Collectively, there's more than 6,000 collectively dead or injured.
Yeah, I just said this was at the very beginning.
Okay, I'm just saying collectively so people know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's 600 or 6,000 dead.
No.
There's close to 3,000 dead, another 3,000 injured or more, and that number keeps going up.
Yeah.
So I mean.
So the NFL mourns the loss of the innocent lives in Israel and strongly condemns all forms of terrorism. These acts are beyond comprehension, and we grieve with the families of those killed, injured, and still missing. We pray for peace and will always stand against the evils of hate. The NBA and NBPA mourns the horrific loss of life in Israel and condemn these acts of terrorism. We stand with the people of Israel and pray for peace for the entire region. NHL said, we mourn the loss of the life of Israel and condemn the acts of terrorism. We hope for a time when peace can be achieved. MLB said, we are horrified by the acts of the terrorism committed against the people of Israel that took so many lives. We mourn for all those who lost lives and loved ones and pray for the wounded. They are caretakers and those searching for family and friends. We condemn these acts of hatred and violence and are heartbroken for all the people of Israel. The PGA is horrified and heartbroken by the attacks and condemns violence in all capacities. We are praying for those wounded to recover, for the communities impacted by this devastation to rebuild, and for those mourning loved ones to heal. And the Major League Soccer said, they mourn the loss of innocent lives in Israel and condemns terrorism in all forms. Our heart aches for all the families and friends of those who have lost their lives or are missing at this time. We hope that peace, dialogue, and understanding will prevail over violence and hate.
Can I speak?
Yes.
Okay. There are a few you named off that are legitimate. Okay, in what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that 90% they actually do care.
These are statements.
Okay,
yep.
Statements. But let's go to the probably one of the most bigger elephants in the room, the NFL. Oh, really? You care about Israelis?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the death and all that bloodshed that's going on. You're the same people who lifted the domestic terrorist organization Black Lives Matters on your shoulders and said they were good people as well, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you take a fucking seat, shut your fucking mouth, because you don't give two shits about nothing except that fucking dollar bill, okay?
And they're the ones that don't stand for the American flag and things like that too, so.
And what do you do to the players that don't?
Nothing.
Maybe in the background when the TV camera's on around you go, hey, maybe don't do that.
Yeah. That's
what you do. But if you're going to sit here and try to convince me that you care so much about the Jewish people, the Jewish race, Israel, the Holy Land.
Well, they strongly condemn all forms of terrorism.
Right, all forms of terrorism.
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful. Oh, man, a good job, NFL, man. You guys are fucking saints, right? I will never, ever forget what you did during Black Lives Matters, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right? I'll never forget how you made white people, individuals, who could have been saints on earth, make them feel like they were the biggest racists in the fucking world. And not only that, but when you're born, you're racist. You don't even know you're racist. Mm-hmm. You see, you're just automatically racist. You're white. You're privileged.
Yep.
Okay. So I won't forget what you did. Okay. Putting end racism in your fucking end zones, allowing players to wear offensive things.
Yep.
Like defund police, piggies.
Yeah.
Okay, on your socks. I'm not going to forget that. So you telling me that you care about Israel and you dislike terrorists? No, you don't.
Right.
No, you don't. Because for years you fully supported a domestic terrorist organization.
Right.
Okay, that killed white individuals.
Yep.
Okay, that did other horrific things, riots, destroyed cities, cost this country billions upon billions of dollars, took down monuments, essentially tried to erase history.
Yeah.
Okay, and make it their way. And then, of course, let's not forget you sided with the mentally ill transsexual fucking people.
Right.
Okay. Then you forced people coming to games to have Pride Night. Okay, you weren't allowed in unless you were wearing rainbows and shit like that and had a dick sticking out of your fucking ear.
Yeah.
It's like, get the fuck out of here. What you're saying in any other team or sport or something like that, maybe I would believe it. But you guys, it's over with. It's over with. You're lucky I still watch football. I only watch football because I love the sport of football. It's not because I love the players. It's not because I love the owners. It's not because of the ownership or the NFL or the leader, the CEO of the NFL. You guys are full of fucking shit. Okay? Same thing goes with the NHL. And I hate to say that because hockey is one of my favorite sports. But you're forcing not only players, but crowds to do Pride Night as well. I mean, have you seen some of these fucking Pride Night jerseys?
Yeah.
I mean, they're goddamn fucking rainbows, okay? And of course, don't get me wrong here, many players have come out against it. So they're not doing pre-skate with it. Yep. They've been threatened with fines. Well, I thought it was such a peaceful thing. Mm-hmm. So why would you be threatened with fines? Okay? It just goes along with the fucking narrative. Okay? The entire fucking narrative by the government, Biden, everybody else, all these fucking groups, blah, blah, blah. So they actually canceled Pride Night, finally.
Yeah.
But there's still some loosey-goosey players. It's like, easily, wow, nowadays you can just look and be like, oh, okay, so you're gay, you're fucking gay, you're gay, you're gay, you're gay. All the players that have a problem with it, that they took away Pride Night. It's like, this is fucked, okay?
Yeah. Yep.
And then, of course, baseball, whatever. They still semi-supported Black Lives Matter, so I hate you as well. Major League Soccer, whatever, soccer, hey, I love soccer, but let's admit it, they've always been a little fruity. Tennis and stuff like that, nobody really gives a shit about anyway, but...
tennis didn't say nothing anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm just going through it. They did. It's just not a top sport for Americans to be involved with so damn much. Cricket, for example... Not even close. Mm-hmm. They didn't even touch it. Mm-hmm. Okay, obviously cricket, a majority of that sport, even though it's the second biggest sport in the world. Yep. Okay, number one, of course, being soccer, but cricket is number 2 in the world, and mainly cricket originates from the Middle East and spreads outward around the world. If you came out there in a rainbow-colored fucking gear for cricket. They'd probably do a beheading right there on the field for the intermission tea time break. Okay,
right.
So I think all these guys, it's just where's the money? Where's the money? It goes with the money, and that's it. Yeah. There's no true care.
Right.
There's no true emotion. It's just like, well, what is my government telling me to do now?
Right.
What's the narrative now that the media is stating? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, if you don't do it, then you're a piece of shit, you're racist, you're evil, you obviously voted for Trump. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. So when I hear these things, it's like, give me a fucking break. Mm-hmm. You know what? How about you just stay clear of that, do what I fucking pay you to do, because it comes out of my fucking money, okay? Just like most fucking things nowadays. And play football and entertain me. You fucking monkey fucks. You understand?
Yeah.
That goes for the fucking NBA too, even though I don't watch that shit. They're a bunch of crybabies. And I'm surprised LeBron James had anything to say about Israel, because I thought he was all for fucking China, for fuck's sakes.
Right.
I mean, I could go on and on about that, but sometimes sports is just so full of shit. It's like, where are your true beliefs, man?
Right.
You just go with the flow. You're like a loner, dude, from high school, man. Whoever's cool to you, you hang out with, man. You know what I mean? That's it. And you just move on and move on and move on. That's it. You never truly have a basis. So,
yeah. Well, Netanyahu said that
Netanyahu?
Whoever, for Hamas, he said that they will never forget the attack.
That was towards Russia. They had.
But he also said to them too that they will never forget.
Oh,
this
as far
day,
as the terrorists, Hamas and Hezbollah and all that, they said that. I mean, it wasn't even that nice. It was we're going to kill all of you.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
like your tunnels, your homes, everything in Gaza. Once we come in, we're killing all of you. Your women, children, everything. You're all going to die.
Yeah.
And I would love to applaud him. That's exactly what's been needed to be done. Going back to 9/11 and before.
He also said that you're never going to forget this day.
Oh no, it will be a day. He wants.
That you will never ever forget.
He wants terrorist sympathizers to remember this day, these days coming ahead, because he's going to squash them like the bugs that they are.
Yep.
And this is something the United States and other countries should have been done even from the get-go. This whole, I'm real tired of this. Oh, but peace. Oh, they did this to you. Why do you have to do the same thing as these evil people? No. Yes, I absolutely have to, man. They kill their women and children. I mean, cut their heads off in front of their fucking mothers. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to shoot them all in the face. Children, women, everything. They're all going to die. We're going to wipe the face of the earth of Hamas. They will not exist. Okay? And they should be so lucky that it stays with Hamas and doesn't go even further. Like Hezbollah and all those other guys. Iran, Lebanon, the shitty part of Jordan, some of Egypt, all those countries are against Israel one way or another. They might not come out and say it right away like others, but they are, And I think what Israel's doing is the cat's ass. I think it is exactly what needs to be done. Instead of candy fucking coating around, you go in, you kill them all. Kill them all.
Yep.
Because if you let them live, they're going to kill you and try to eliminate Jewish people again. And like I said, Israel's already stated. They said they will use every single nuclear weapon in their arsenal to stop the second coming of the Holocaust.
Yep.
Okay.
So the Italian Prime Minister landed on Saturday. Meloni landed Saturday in Israel to speak with the president, and she said that she expressed her condemnation of the brutal acts by terrorist organization Hamas, and reiterated her support for Israel's right and duty to defend itself.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely, they have their right. 100% they have a right. They have every right in the world to go in there and mop the fucking floor with these motherfuckers. And again, I'm sure there's some people out there like, oh my God, how could you say killing women and children? Absolutely, I fucking will. Because the women, number one, are all about their husbands. They strap fucking weapons to themselves. They do the same fucking thing. What do you think you're going to be like, oh, let's be peaceful and they're going to fucking change? No. They're going to take advantage and they're going to fucking kill you as soon as they can. And the children, from the time that they're fucking, able to learn, they're being taught that the West, the infidels need to die. Jewish people need to be eliminated. The state of Israel needs to be eliminated. Okay? And here, little 8-year-old, here, try this belt on. Okay?
Yeah, that's because
all right? Go walk out into the market.
That's because the EU, right? The EU is funding the books that are, talking about how, they need to hate Jews and everything like that, so...
Everything, you see, here's the difference. Okay, involving this
and that's how they're growing up.
That's
how
fake
they're
country, Palestine. They want to pretend like they're a fucking country. They're absolutely not a country at all. It's just basically a patch of land, the Gaza Strip, which is just ran by terrorists. Okay, and they pretend like they have some sort of hierarchy, like a president and this and that. Like, it's just complete bullshit. But yeah, they have essentially their own curriculum, whatever you want to call it, I guess. They're taught a very specific way. If you were to, say, yank a child out of there and ask them questions here, they would have no fucking clue what you're talking about. As a matter of fact, it would probably be super hard to even talk to them because they think you're Satan.
Yeah.
Okay? You're a Westerner, dude. You're an infidel, man.
Yeah.
Okay? So they probably think you're going to kill them as soon as possible. That's how bad it is. But you can't fix that.
No.
There's no way, no matter what you think, how peaceful you think you want to be, okay? Whatever you want to fucking say. They will kill you.
Yep.
Go support them. Go show them how much you love them. They'll make sure that you get shot directly in the face, okay?
Well, the Palestinian President Abbas says, we won't leave. We will remain on our land. And he said this after the peace summit in Cairo on Saturday. He also
You're talking about the Palestinian leader, correct?
The president, yeah. He also urged Israel and Hamas to release all captives and prisoners as rocket sirens blare in central Israel.
How about this? We will release hostages once you have a 50 cal in your fucking head. Okay? That's it. You're not leaving either, bud.
Yeah.
Okay? Your graveyard is going to be where you stand in Gaza.
Yeah.
Okay? So the thing is, they need to understand that it's not the games like it was before, where we attack Israel, kill a bunch of people, Israel shoots a couple rockets.
Right.
Now you have pushed a dog into the corner, a vicious dog at that, and a vicious dog that has lots of ammunition, and 400 nuclear weapons. Okay? That dog is now pissed and is coming after you, and you don't really have a single hope in your life to survive this.
Yep. It says airstrikes have killed at least 4,385 people in Gaza since Hamas launched its October 7th attack on Israel.
Look at that. You see that tear? Right there? Dripping a little bit?
Yeah.
That's how much I give 2 fucks about these fucks dying.
Yeah.
Okay?
So, quickly, I'm going to go ahead with the quote of the day, and then I suppose we'll have to close it up, but we got a lot of news for tomorrow still. The quote of the day is, at the end of the day...
We got a ton of shit tomorrow.
Yeah. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is that your loved ones are well and safe, that you did the best you could, and that you are loved. Lastly, that you are thankful for where you are, who you've become, and for all that you have.
I mean, that is absolutely true. Do you got anything to add? How about what is going to be coming up later on next week? What did we discuss?
Later on next week, we've got a big announcement coming our way. NTRN has a big announcement, so tune in next week, and we will keep you up to date on what that is all about. Probably by, I'm guessing, Saturday we should know.
Saturday. Can you give people maybe a small hint? What does it have to do with? Is it perhaps traveling? Is it some sort of new segment? Maybe. Can
Let's
you divulge?
Just say going south.
Going south. So basically, the show is going to shit.
No.
Oh.
But I'm just gonna say the direction is south.
The direction is south. Well, maybe southwest.
Maybe southwest.
Maybe southwest.
But that's all I'm saying.
That's all you're gonna say.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, let me ask one more question then. Is it going to be beneficial for, let's just say, the listening audience that we currently have now?
It is going to be very, very beneficial.
Very, very beneficial. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to take your word for it.
All right. That sounds good. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Have a wonderful day. That sounds super good to me. So, without further ado, we're going to skip on out of here. Don't forget, we will be back tomorrow. I promise you that. Okay? So watch for times. We'll keep you updated on NTRN on Facebook and in the chat group. Going to be a wonderful show. Episode 3 tomorrow. We'll have a lot more for you. You guys have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye!
I like having fun. I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night, I do what I like. Get a check, I go for the ride. I've been down the ride for the win. Still move on the hush, never run for none. I face my fears, I just drop a 9 month to month, still from year to year. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. No watch, no diamonds, no watch.
Crowd, raise your glass to the sky. Let's toast to that. All these people can stare. I don't care about that. This is my pity party. I'm gonna cry all night and I'll flip the bird at the guys. I don't need nobody. This is my pity party. I'll do just what I want, yeah. I'll dance on top of the bar. I won't come down on it. I'll just do what I want. This is my pity party, pity party. If my highs are highs, my lows are low. Need to blow off some steam to get back up. I'm not someone you should cheat on. 'Cause when I come back strong. Raise your glass to the sky. Let's toast to that. All these people can stare. I don't care about that. This is my pity party. I'm gonna cry all night and I'll flip the bird at the guys. I don't need nobody. This is my pity party. I'll do just what I want, yeah. I'll dance on top of the bar. I won't come down on it. Yeah, I'll just do what I want. This is my pity party, pity party. I'm
For Jennifer Gregerson and the Night Talks Radio Network, I'm your host and creator, Daniel Brewer, saying thanks for listening to another great NTRN episode. Also, we can't forget the ones who make NTRN possible nationally and worldwide. Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, JioSaavn, Podchaser, Google Podcasts, Deezer, Podcast Addict, ZMARadio.com, Live 365, and TuneIn Radio. All music heard on NTRN is licensed for use by Epidemic Sound. For more information, head to epidemicsound.com. All other music heard on NTRN is licensed for use freely by the musical artists, along with copyright usage information, fulfilling any terms of usage agreements with Spreaker.com. Special thanks to the voice of NTRN, Kevin Robinson. And a very special thank you to Art Bell, because if it wasn't for Art Bell back in the day, we wouldn't be here today. Catch NTRN every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday late night and weekends starting at 9:05 p.m. Central Time, beaming directly to you from a secret little town in the great upper Midwest. So, until the next NTRN, stay safe, cover your six, and remember, they are listening. So long, everybody.